That's 30 seconds yet. I know. I thought we were going to have a meeting or something. What if you put the code in, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No code.
Oh, well, I tell you what just happened, but you all heard it, so. Welcome to the latest edition of the Shit Show. Got another special guest here with you. What stuff you got there, bud?
That's right, the crew night. We went up by one extra member. Tonight, we have Agent Chaos in the house. He's just as surprised as the rest of you. He's like, so I have tonight off. Just wondering who your guest is. I'm like, you? Well, it was
like,
gonna.
Oh shit! I gotta go out and get some beer.
I was gonna say it was gonna be Jolson, but Jolson, you got bumped for Agent Chaos. Sorry about that. So, welcome everybody to Locked and Loaded. We've already got Gunwild 1 in the house, Jolson, Douglas, Mark, Black Dog, and Poco Loco. Yeah. Hey, Poco Loco. Did you settle on a name for the firearm? Because I thought, what was it going to be? Truck. I can't remember now. It was funny, though. So, tonight, we have the usual suspects. Actually, we got a full house here tonight. We've got Jim sitting in Florida, taking up the role as the enforcer this evening. And we got Johnny Watson, fresh back from Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
Representing the formerly known as the United States, but no longer, Joey in New York.
Woohoo!
We got Agent Chaos under a bar on Bourbon Street, and the man that makes this all happen, John Solar 283. So welcome everybody. Oh, let's see, we got Smile Money is here.
Okay, I can go now.
We've got. No, you're not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, you didn't say that I was part of the crew, so I can go now. Bye-bye.
No,
it was in the promo. It was in the promo. It was in the promo.
And if it's kind
thanks
of
a lot, John.
If it's kind of a mood setter for somewhere 6 to 8 ounces from now, you might want to stick around because she's opened up a bottle of Stella Black.
That bottle's almost gone already.
Yeah,
It's going to get interesting.
Yeah, it could get interesting. And also don't forget, someplace in the second hour we will be giving away the second Glock backplate with the hashtag #BeLikeEd, the one that I picked out. Which, if you follow the Brew channel, you've already. Well, if you saw the video, you've already seen it too. I had got the stainless steel one. It's just been cut with hashtag #BeLikeEd. I like that because it's very subtle. If you're somebody like, say, Mr. Holster, and you don't want to be distracted while you're shooting, but you could also do like I did, and I got some black fingernail polish and I color filled it, and I think that looks. Yeah, I think you, Jim. I actually think you can buy it like that.
What?
A silver one with a black fill.
I didn't see that.
Maybe they don't have that combination. I know they achieved
There's a suggestion for him.
yeah, there's a suggestion for them. I know they achieved the other one by taking a brass one, black Cerakoting it, and then engraving it, and I think that looks really cool. Oh, and they probably do the one that you bought. Don't you have the silver version? Or they probably take the stainless one, Cerakote it, and engrave it.
And that's what I got.
So I also got my package delivered today from DRG Manufacturing, formerly known as DR Guns, but Dave Dave R., the owner, he found when I was having a chat with him one night, and I said, "Hey, man, that 2 bolt carrier groups for $50 each with free shipping, $100 for both." I said, I want to get 2 of those because this is what we're doing. We're doing an A1 build for raising money for Ed. If you want to know more about Ed, you can definitely talk to Altenda, and he'll send you over to his channel. And Dave just said that he wanted to be part of it, so he threw an extra bolt carrier in the box. So I bought 2, got 3. So one of the DRG manufacturing bolt carriers is going to be going in the A1 retro build. So that's, I want to say, big. And he threw in a little surprise for me. He threw in one of their billet aluminum. It's a shot glass, but it looks like a great big break. Are you commandeering my Scott? Scott's in the chat room. Hey, Scott. And that last comment was not me. It's already the Stella Rosa speaking.
All right.
Right. I was doing Miss Stella.
That was you.
Yes.
That was you.
Rosa. It's Rosa.
Sitting in for Ms. Bomey this evening is a bottle of Stella Rosa. She'll be a lot more interesting in about 30 minutes, give or take.
And pay no attention to the comments in the chat room.
So yeah, we don't really have any kind of a direction. So the chat room.
What else is new?
The chat room can. Okay, maybe it won't take 30 minutes. Maybe we've already arrived. Just gonna put her microphone on a slow timer.
I've got a question.
Okay.
What the hell's a pimp monkey?
Okay, I'm done.
It's the cousin to the lot lizard.
It's cousin to Lot? Who's
Lot
Lot?
lizard.
Lot.
No, it's cousin to
Oh.
lot lizard.
Oh yeah, that's what
Because he keeps making comments about.
that's what Poco Loco was gonna name his brand new rifle, is Lot Lizard.
That's what I think you should name it. Yep.
So pimp monkeys and tactical dildos. Check.
Okay, and we're off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark
the
wants a
tracks.
turkey monkey.
This is your.
That's not a turkey. That's a trunk monkey. She's just adding letters now. He wants a turkey monkey.
I just, you know how like when you look at something quickly, you don't focus.
You're missing it. You're missing an E. You're missing a Y. Someone added it. Took away the R. She's like turkey.
Are you sure there wasn't another glass of Stella prior to this?
No, no.
She's a closet Stella.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Oh, that only took less than 2 minutes. My job here is completed. Thanks everybody for joining. Good night.
Mic drop.
Okay. Well, there was only one thing that I even had on my initial list of stuff that we could possibly talk about,
And it
because
wasn't monkeys.
I personally think it's awesome news, and that is it looks like Nancy Pelosi is going to be a shoo-in for Speaker of the House.
Oh yes.
And personally, I think the smartest thing the Democratic Party could have possibly done is to breathe a little bit of new life into their party. Instead, they put the dinosaur back in, and I'll tell you, maybe it's just me, but I have never heard somebody so full of bullshit speak in my entire life. She's just like, nobody likes Trump, and she's already said that is what is already on her agenda. If you didn't hear her discuss that, I think it was today or yesterday, that she wants to do whatever they need to try to impeach Trump, and they want to get his tax records. That's like her number one thing. They want to get her tax records.
What the fuck is that gonna prove?
Why don't they stop for a few minutes and go get Dianne Feinstein?
There's a dinosaur.
It's
I
a
didn't put dinosaurs. There's a dinosaur. Have you seen her face? Wow. There's not enough makeup, plastic surgery, whatever in the world to fix that.
This is gonna be a
That's
good
like
night.
too much.
We call this water cooler talk right now.
Okay, sorry.
You see that bitch's face?
See.
Look at that dress
Back
she's
to
wearing. It's
pose.
like a whore.
Pardon me.
See,
No,
and the thing is if you listen to, like, say, the top 5 most important things to the people, the citizens of the United States of America, other than the deranged, the people suffering the Trump derangement syndrome, not a single person gives a shit about his what is his tax paperwork gonna, what's that gonna prove one way or the other? Is that gonna help our economy? Is that gonna build a stronger border? Is that going to help our military? Is that going to get the battleships and the stuff that we need because of what happened to our military under the reign of Obama? No, we want to see Trump's tax records.
No.
As far as politics goes, I know everybody sitting here that I'm watching that's part of this crew is all very much into politics, but the one person that takes it to a whole new level, say every Sunday, would be Jim. Is there just briefly? I don't want you to give away your whole Sunday rant if you do one, of course. But is there something that's even more forefront than Pelosi and what's going on right now? I mean, I think there's more Russian collusion. I think they found some. Oh no, they did find more of that.
You've lost me completely of what you were trying to ask me.
Oh, just what do you see as the say top 3 political things that have happened in the last week, or continue to happen in the last week?
Oh, what, Manafort, fucking Cohen, Flynn, or all this. What's his name changed? They're all changing their stories now, saying that, well, yeah, Trump did collude with them. After for all this time, they said no. So when they said, okay, you're going to jail forever, and they went, oh no, I lied. He did. So yeah.
That doesn't taste good.
Like, what doesn't taste good?
No, man.
What? Dibs.
You can
No.
have that.
No, I mean, not to. Of course, it also depends. You can tell these people aren't living by the code of the Italian mafia. But
There's only one code, and that's it. So there.
If a normal, rational thinking person can't see, okay, so this guy probably was speaking the truth in the first place. And then they kept pushing and pushing and pushing and decided to throw the book at you and made up a bunch of shit. Or, first of all, if the investigation is to look for collusion, how is it that all these people are suffering some kind of legal problems now and not a single one of them has anything to do with collusion?
Well, welcome to our world.
And then be threatened. You've got a life, you've got a family. Maybe, like most of us, you worked your ass off most of it, hoping that you'd have something better as you get a little bit older. Then all of a sudden, you're stuck in this bullshit circus, and you're finding out you're going to go to jail for the rest of your natural life, and you don't get to see your kids grow up and hold your grandkids. Of course, I'd probably say whatever too. I don't think I would say something that would hurt, a friend or a family member. I mean, but then again, that's called loyalty, and that's something that's generally earned, and that's why this family is as tight as it is. I mean, if something has to go down, we all know that's why we have Joey here.
I'm straight up take anything.
Yeah. Jim will drop his ass faster than a box of rotten Twinkies.
Where's my OS always got to be involved?
Why do you pick on Jody?
I don't.
Kind of fun.
Because it's fun. Yeah.
They always pick on the cute ones.
So seriously, guys in the chat room, what if you're in somewhat the? Let's just not make it as close as if it was part of your family, at least part of your family that you really like, or blood, instead of being blood family, what we have here is a group. Say you've just worked for somebody. You've worked for them for the last 10 or 15 years. They've always been good to you. But at that moment, you find out you're going to jail the rest of your life. And a lie, which they want to get out of you, will make you a free person. Do you do it?
I always wonder how come none of these people can ever get any of this shit on tape. It always amazes me. The conversation people have, nobody freaking presses like 911 on their phone so that will get recorded or what. I never can understand. There's nobody ever gets any of this crap on tape.
Well, they do. The media and all the powers that be hide all this shit. Look at Minnesota. Fuck, Ellison got fucking elected, and that chick had 911 calls and police reports saying he abused the fuck out of her. Then nothing happened.
Welcome to the land of stupid.
Yeah.
Want to say hi to some newcomers. Otis 71, Mario. Hey.
Mario.
Oh, not to tilt my cards and give an idea of what I may or may not do to give away that second back plate, but Joey, could you do me a small? Well, actually, no, take that back. Settle down, Joey. Now that Johnny's here, this is better suited for Johnny. Can you please, Bearded CB? Wow, you showed up at the beginning of the show instead of the end. That's an innovative idea. Johnny, if you could keep a running tab of everybody in the chat room and assign everybody a number.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I want 69.
Okay, you can have that, but we're only drawing 1 to 5.
Real Cobra Burnout. It's Real Cobra Burnout has joined us. Boom.
Okay.
Okay. If anybody has any comments for Ms. Boney, you can leave those in the chat room. Questions, comments.
Nobody.
Chug.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the last time she was on the show and the question came up, should Ms. Boney stay or should she go? Well, she should stay, but Eric can go. Thank you very much.
That actually was the winner, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm feeling the love.
Yeah.
And just regular wine, no sparkling. No sparklies here.
No sparkles.
No sparkles.
No
Sparkle. We have a
Sparkle
sparkle party.
party. I knew you were gonna
Yes,
say
yes,
that.
a sparkle party.
See, I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my god.
Who, what?
Who? Where?
Who's nobody likes you?
Who's nobody?
She's like, "Who's nobody likes you? Who is that?" It's someone
that
that
nobody
nobody
guy?
likes, Christy.
We should just you gotta have Smile Money in on the staff just so that he can, take care of the constant business. Thank you, Smile Money. Yes, the current Snowflake Melter is a Palmetto State AR-15 pistol. If you want kind of an idea, that is basically the same configuration that my AR pistol started in. I still have the original handguard that came with it. At the time, the only thing that really existed was a pistol tube that everybody just had that foam cover on, or you could put some braided shit or whatever on it. Then I went with the Thorsten. I still have that. I haven't decided what to do with it. If I want to save it for another pistol someday, or give it away after getting the brace that I'm using now that is adjustable. but not considered an SBR.
Apparently, Poco Loco's got a crazy neighbor. I'm sorry.
I think a lot of us have a crazy neighbor. So yeah, so the Snowflake Melter, which is a another fundraiser to help Jules, Ed's wife, and Ed's family. That is up, and Joey put a link in it in the chat room. And when that one is over, we have a couple things that are planned. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick Johnny Watson's thing in there or not.
We need to
Whatever
figure
you
out-
want.
Just as a teaser, eventually, Johnny happens to have a Mosin Nagant. I'd have to go downstairs and take a look at it. I believe it is a 1921 hex receiver, the 9130, matching numbers, bayonet, blah blah blah. And Ed got Johnny that rifle, and Johnny was going to turn it into a sporter like mine. And that, unfortunately, nothing has happened as of this moment in time. And Johnny decided that since he got it from Ed, he wanted it to help Ed. So that'll eventually be on Snowflake Melter. It's a really, I mean, the hex receivers, people are like, what's so special about the hex receivers? The biggest issue with the hex, that issue makes it sound bad. The biggest plus with the hex receivers is they are pre-war. So they were being built when they weren't being rushed. So they're going to be a higher quality because they were being built as a rifle, not being built as a we have to have it for our troops kind of a thing. So now, in all honesty, I used to have, I gave my hex receiver away to a very good mutual friend that we all know, also behind enemy lines. And when I was trying to decide, what should I sporterize, my hex receiver or my round receiver? The only reason that I went with, well, there's two reasons that I went with my round receiver and not my hex receiver. The round receiver had a better, it had a better trigger in it. It had a smoother bolt in it. And I figured I would get all sorts of holy hell dropped on me because I sporterized a hex receiver. I know how people get, there's only, what is it, like 14 million of these rifles out there. So, heaven forbid I should let anything happen to the rare one that I have. So I decided to go with the round one. And unfortunately, in the process of building it and, chopping the barrel and removing all of the blemishes in the barrel and, taking the bluing off and making it the shiny gun that it is now, I found the 4 plugs that were put in it to hold the scope on it. So mine was actually a sniper, or at least was being built up and when they took the scope mount off of it, they actually put plugs in and then ground them off and blued it. So yes, but the one that Ed gave Johnny is a very nice rifle, and considering it's been around since 1920, it's in pretty damn good shape.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. So that like I said, that will eventually be in the offering, but right now it's the Palmetto State AR pistol.
Any other housekeeping issues?
Housekeeping. Well, I got a couple packages in the mail, and I'll be doing a couple Ebomi videos. But like I said, I got those bolt carriers from DRG Manufacturing, and the other one was a box from Jules, and she sent me a bunch of Ed's hats and a lighter, and I'm wearing one of those hats right now, and I think it's pretty cool. When I wear this hat, I really want to have a Bell's Too Hard to Dale. I don't know why.
Makes sense.
And a cigarette, probably.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I watched this over the years. I watched this later light up quite a few cigarettes, and then he went to vaping to quit smoking. But I think he still had a cigarette every now and then. So, okay, packages. Yeah, that's my money. I like to fondle my package.
Yeah,
Yep.
you especially like showing them on Facebook too, and how big they are.
Yeah.
Just make sure you hide your pizza from Cobra.
It wasn't that big.
Yeah,
I had to get.
Johnny Concho outdid you.
Yeah, I had to get outdone by Johnny Concho. He put up a picture showing that his was even longer than mine.
Yeah.
As far as the bull carriers go, I off the top of my head, I know Cobra picked them up. Bearded CB picked them up. So you guys have already seen the quality, and like I said, I know they do a lot of stuff in house. So they don't purchase those bolt carriers. They make those bolt carriers.
Oh my God, only Agent Chaos could be sitting there whacking off, and it sounds like a steel being slammed.
Poco Loco, you bought 4 of them?
Wow.
So, okay. Well, anybody have a question or anything they'd like to get out of the guys in the chat room?
Nope.
Get out of the guys in the chat.
No. Nope.
Welcome.
Okay, in typical fashion, since how I just watched you tilt one back, Johnny, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Sculpin.
Just a normal one?
Yeah.
Old school?
Plain one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. Around here, Super One has actually been keeping stock on the Sculpin. They have the Sculpin, and what is it? There was a watermelon and then a tropical, but they have not had the habanero, which is kind of disappointing. I'd like to get a hold of that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one now.
Jim, you drinking just water this evening?
Yeah, I just took an oxy. My mouth is pretty sore after going to the dentist.
Yeah, so if anybody's wondering about Jim's quietness tonight, he didn't, once again, has not had a good encounter with the dentist. So,
You want I should.
What?
Joey, what are you drinking? What are you drinking?
What the hell did I buy? I bought one of those Sam variety packs for the winter, so I'm drinking the Sam 76. I don't know if you've had that one yet.
I haven't tried the 76 yet.
Yeah, me neither. Oh wait, I don't do that.
No way.
Have you tried the Sam 79? 69? Wow, I fucked that one up.
Yeah, you did. Wow. Holy moly.
They make a 69 beer? How interesting. Tell
I
us.
remember my first beer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, punch the delivery is usually pretty crucial, Joey. You're on a timeout.
I can
Agent
fuck with
Chaos.
room, no problem.
Agent Chaos, what are you drinking?
Voodoo Ranger. It's the Imperial IPA by New Belgium.
I'm not a huge New Belgium fan, but that one is actually not bad.
Yeah, I was at the store. I was like looking around, and I was like, okay, what do I want? And I'm looking. I'm like, I've had that one. And I seen like 2 or 3 that I haven't had, and this was the one with the highest alcohol content. So I said, that's the one I'm picking.
What is that?
That's always a good way to do it.
9% if memory serves?
Yep, that is correct.
Actually, I hadn't had that one, and that one actually, it's funny because I constantly
And
both.
you can make crap
both-
for wine and you know alcohol content for beer just like that.
I'm a trained professional. I love.
Mhm.
I'm
Fuck around.
I constantly get a brew review ideas from both of my daughters, And the one that you're drinking, Agent Chaos, was actually recommended to me by Lily because I hadn't had that one yet.
It's actually pretty good. I'm pleasantly pleased.
She likes good IPAs and stouts, and Samantha is into stouts and goofy shit.
Just like her father.
She has given me the recommendations for a few different things like I don't know how widespread they are. What's that blueberry?
Yeah, you can stop there.
Oh, the blueberry beer?
Yeah.
That stuff's actually really good.
Who made that though?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm drawing a blank. It's kind of a big
Yeah.
company, and all of a sudden they added that, and
Yuck.
isn't this the mother company Grain Belt? Grain Belt.
I think it was
I think it is Grain Belts. Yeah, I giving credit where credit is due. Usually, there was a Rasba Crush from a brewery over in Superior that she recommended. That was excellent.
Isn't it Wild Blue is what it's called?
I think so.
By Anheuser-Busch.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm looking at the picture. I'm looking at it.
Anheuser-Busch. There you go.
See, we're joined in the chat room by Matt Davis.
Boone's Farm, Jolson. That's for breakfast.
Just like you're talking about a breakfast wine. Give me
Yeah,
something. Give me more of a dinner wine. Chateau Neuf de Pas, something.
John Solar. That gets us over to what's in your wallet.
This is ginger ale and vodka. Vodka.
I think
You
I'm
know-
gonna have to move it along to whiskey.
I'm not sure I've ever had that combination. I know I've done ginger ale and whiskey. It's sort of like a 7-7, but completely different.
PBR reached a settlement according to Smile Money, speaking along the lines of beer.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, they
Thank God.
decided not to make it, and they made the rest of us happy.
I'd like to take this time to shut your mic off.
Not this
I see
Eric's
we're
mic
joined
open.
by Steve. Stalker Steve wants to know why his sound cuts out because he buys shitty stuff. Just kidding.
Your sound cut out that last time when Eric was talking because I was still talking to shut Eric's mic off. He was insulting PBR.
Shut his mic down.
Okay, let's see. Oh, and J-Dog. Almost missed J-Dog hopping in. J-Dog, at home or at work?
He's
That's
definitely
fine.
anywhere else.
You know, just know if he's getting paid to be part of the shit show or not.
Hey, if you can get paid, do it.
Yeah. You've thought that often?
No, I'm gonna go for the whiskey after this wine.
Oh, it's gonna be a night.
Mixing it. Woo.
Now
Fif-
we're talking. I knew I was off on a good night.
See, Agent Chaos, you picked the right night to be off.
15 minutes
No,
from
only
now,
if
you're
we're
just gonna
all
hear her
together.
lean back in that chair and go, "Shut up, you fucker!"
I probably shouldn't discuss it. It'll turn into a sore subject. But let's just say if she switches to whiskey, she'll be switching to some really good whiskey.
Yeah, my whiskey in my cupboard. Mine.
I'm not
Not
gonna-
yours.
I'm not going to
Mine.
say that. I'm not going to say the name brand though.
No.
Oh, I know. We already know what it is.
It's Jim's over there.
You got a zebra. He's got a zebra. You
Oh,
need an
what-
old Coug pattern.
What happened?
I'm gonna send him.
It
I'm
dropped
sending
below
you.
70 in Florida.
I am gonna
Fuck
send
off,
him an
Eric.
old Coug pat. I'm gonna send him an old Coug one, and then we could be smashing.
Smash it.
What the hell is smatching?
I have no idea.
Matching. Matching. Oh, I'm going to Asian Chaos's house. Do you see what he's got all there? Oh, I saw McCurdy.
And a Mustang.
It's gold too. Oh my god. And I'll take that car. I'll take the car for 500, please.
Is that a 69?
68.
68, okay, yep.
68 fastback.
Mm-hmm.
68 GT 500.
Look,
Yep.
Shelby, it's named after. That's what I named you.
Well, the
after.
best year was
Did you see that?
67.
This is Shelby.
But no.
Right now, we're taking a tour through
Oh, what
Agent
else do we
Chaos's
have?
Everclear?
whiskey cabinet.
Everclear.
Everclear.
Ah, firewater.
Grain. Yeah, little
Grain
grain alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Well, you can't
This
even
is straight
taste
from
it.
Mexico.
Yep.
Tequila.
Had a bottle of that.
Got that. Got that on the last cruise I was in Mexico.
I enjoy the wild turkey. There you go. That's a
Mhm.
bottle. That's a bottle with some
Yeah.
fun behind it.
Yeah, I like the 101 a little better than the 81 though.
Yep.
You know, more alcohol.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, more alcohol.
That's a bar.
More gooder.
Yeah, it's more gooder.
Always
More
more
better.
gooder.
Gunwell's drinking Maker's
You gotta go
Mark.
party. Come on, let's go party.
Ooh, I just got a message from the real Cobra Bernard. He's actually drinking a Lagunitas Imperial.
Oh, you guys! My message I just got from him was a bottle filled with Christmas tree limbs.
Christmas tree limbs.
Oh,
So
I
that
just
could also be a glass of gin.
and I just got another one from him, and it looks like it's a bottle with a Trump opener on it. There you
Yeah, that's the one that I got.
go.
That's the
Okay.
Imperial.
Yeah, the first one I had was Imperial with like Christmas tree limbs in it.
Wilson
No.
says you can't get golden grain in Minnesota. Whatever the hell that is.
Map.
Golden grain.
That's what he said.
Wipe to the
How did?
instead.
Why would anybody want it?
I don't know.
What
Just kidding.
what happened between Thanksgiving booze and a wife?
What?
Oh boy.
Teach my wife to let the booze stay up from Thanksgiving. What?
Well, I've learned a long time ago that there should be no alcohol served at Thanksgiving or Christmas for some families.
That's
in the,
exactly correct.
I'm not. I wish that was back when I actually had a YouTube channel. But in my previous relationship, if I could have gotten money every time that the police had to come, I would have a decent cachet in my retirement fund right now, because it was the same shit. Everybody got together. Everybody was lovey-dovey, and we were all a big happy family. And then the booze got opened.
Yep.
The F-bombs started flying. The take that back. The you're going to have to leave. The cops got called. it was like, oh my God, this is like, okay, hey, let's get together at Christmas time and do this all over.
And it
again.
all starts out so innocently until the second case is going down, and then all of a sudden someone says something. They go, you know what? I'm sick of you always coming up with that kind of book. Whoa, man. That's it, and we're off. And then what? You got one brother telling off the other brother, then the two wives get involved. Don't talk to him like that. No, you shut. Don't talk.
You don't talk to me like that.
See, my favorite part was just I quietly sat and drank and watched this all happen.
That's usually the fun part.
Yeah, I mean,
Circus.
Oh, it gets to be a three-ring circus too. That's why.
Let it
That's when you just finally go. You know what? No more holiday dinners at my house. That's it. No more.
Don't break my wine charm.
Uh-oh, don't piss her off.
Your wine charm. What the hell's a wine
yeah.
charm?
See, all of our glasses have some kind of a dangly on them, so that you can have a girls' party, and as they start to get a little sloshed, you just remember I've got the white dangly, hers might have a little champagne glass hanging from it.
No, mine's the New York Rangers.
She's got little dingleberries.
See, now what you got to do is you got to get her one of those set of balls they hang on the back of the pickup truck. She can put that on her wine glass.
Oh,
My glasses got balls.
I've got big bowls. ACDC.
My truck identifies as a Prius.
Yeah, it would too, I'll bet. Joey's car identifies as a Grand Am.
Hey, it's a full floor.
I want to know what a smart car identifies as.
Joey, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
See, Joey, you know that was important because Jim came too for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so.
You're not, it's. Yeah, fuck.
Let me translate the end of that. You're not even worth me fucking wasting my time responding.
You're not even what the fuck I was gonna give you.
And he used all those breaths and pauses in a sentence.
And we're off.
Hey, Jim, is that a throw blanket or are you just pimping?
It's a thrill, but I'm pimping too.
You're missing your hat.
Definitely.
Jim's getting ready to head down to the retirement home and film a little gilf action.
Walking in like, bitch, better have my money.
Oh,
You got money for new knee highs. You better cough it up.
God. Just like Burt Reynolds' character. It's like, what the hell are you doing, Jim? I filled my boots full of Vaseline and it's just between my toes. I kind of like it.
Ooh, boy, that was just fucked up. J-Dog's truck identifies as a 1-ton Cummings.
He's like, oh wait, it is.
Well, Joey, there's a lot of... Yeah, everybody seems to be discussing your car. You and your Am Grand or whatever the hell it is there.
Yeah, we don't even need to get into it because what it says on the side and what it really is are two completely different things.
That's your opinion.
Now, if it has that name and it's, say, a 1966, 67, 68, 69, I'll give it to you. What year is yours again?
Joey's got a 2014 442 Super B GTO Grand Am. Fucker.
It's a 443.
Yeah.
It's one bigger than Jim's.
That's right. It's the new model.
Well, Joey's driving a GM. That should tell you everything you need to know about Joey.
Oh, Joey's got the little tiny spoiler. The little itty bitty small.
The little short shot.
Yeah. Little whale tail for him.
Hey, the ladies love my little spoiler.
Get the fuck out. You better give it back. It don't belong to you.
Well,
My truck identifies as a lawn ornament. Mine is a lawn ornament.
what the? I don't know. I know what a few of you in the chat room drive is a daily driver. I'm sure we can't all be as cool as Joey and have a Grand Am,
Oh,
but
no.
no.
It's not a Grand Am.
Did you move up to the Grand Prix?
He pulled off the little side words and went, wow, there's holes there. I'll put some nails in.
It's a Taurus.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Joey.
You should have stuck with the Grand Am.
It's got a Taurus with
Oh.
Mustang floor mats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey. I'll ask Cobra's question out loud.
What was that?
That yours has the 350 in it, right?
No, it doesn't.
What's in it?
It's got the 362. It's the 6-liter.
What's the horsepower listed at
400.
50.
at the crank?
At the starter.
You turn that key and that baby starts humming.
I've never heard of stars.
And when it hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some shit.
Yeah. All you gotta do is be at the right place at the right time.
Damn straight.
Well, that's nice.
Done with
I,
that.
Since I asked the question, I'll answer the question. I'm the privileged one in this household. I don't have to drive a brand new Honda Pilot. I get a 1986 Toyota Tacoma.
Damn, you're lucky.
Extended cab 4-wheel drive with the V6 in it. And here's the stupid ass thing. Samantha, was it last summer? She's like, Dad, sell the truck. I was like, I like the truck. You know, basically what happened is when my father passed away, that truck was sitting in his garage. It in 10 years, he had put 1,000 miles on it in 10 years. The tires that were on it were 10 years old, still had the little whiskers sticking off on them. The oil that was in it still had like 2,500 miles to go to it. Needed its next oil change, but I changed it right away anyway because it was 10 years old. But yes, last summer, Sam's like, Dad, you got to sell the Toyota. I'm like, what? You know, I know you work at a Toyota dealership, so you're sick and tired of seeing the truck, and you're sick and tired of working on my truck. But you know, overall, it's in pretty. I mean, the body is in typical fashion of the Toyotas. Most of the time, they send it over here, and in order to say Americans built it, we put the box on it that we make, and of course, the box is the first thing to rust to shit, which is the same with mine. But mine has the V6, and you know, it's a fun little truck to drive, but for me, it's a moving toolbox. But she's like, you got to sell it. And I was like, why in the hell do I want to sell it? She goes, for some weird reason, if you take the extended cab 4-wheel drive with the V6 in it, it's like super sought after. And she goes, just go anywhere. She goes, go to Craigslist, go to Auto Shopper, go to Auto Trader. She goes, do whatever you want. She goes, just look at what they're selling for. And I was just like, holy shit! There were trucks on there that were selling. It was almost to the point where you'd be foolish not to. So I mean, for the fun of it, I put an ad up, and not a single person called me except for your typical scam ones on your typical Craigslist. I am very interested in truck. I will give you more. Send me all your personal information. Oh yeah, please. Can I? Would you like a credit card? Would you like some credit card information too?
You should have, man. They might have improved it.
Yeah.
Waiting to give you more money.
So yes, in this hold, one of us drives. It's okay, a new Honda Pilot, but actually, I really like.
I'm not saying anything.
You know, the only thing I don't like. The only thing
It's got heated seats and everything. I mean, it's
Yeah,
wow.
you get a nice warm shitter, John.
Yeah.
There it is.
Welcome to Shitter Talk. And we are
49
49 minutes in.
I just couldn't wait to say that.
It's got bun warmers.
Let's see. I know J Dog has a 1-ton Cummins turbo, and it's a really nice truck.
It is.
Smile Money has a 2000 Honda CRV. I think my mom's is a 2000, and it seems pretty bulletproof.
She likes that.
I know
she's ever
Poco Loco has a white. Oh, I don't know about your. Actually, Poco Loco, don't you have is it a white Blazer, or is that your Silverado that I've seen the pictures of?
That's just Jimmy.
Oh yeah, the '94 Jimmy. That's also lowered, isn't it?
I used to have an S10. Got rid of it.
So did I.
For my 1999 F-150.
That what towed it around? Your S10 towed your F-150 around?
No, I didn't. No, actually, no, Danny, it didn't. My S10 was a very sad crybaby tale for me. I was not experienced in the clutch, and how that particular S10 is actually the clutch on that's a pain in the ass. So I paid a buddy, bought all the parts, paid a buddy to do it, who I thought was my buddy, and he had a real special moment in time where he took all the parts down, collected the money, and told me it was sitting out in a field somewhere, and he had to work on it a little bit later on. And after a few months of it sitting in a field, apparently it got taken care of, smashed up and everything.
Ouch.
J-Dog. J-Dog says he fits in the Honda Pilot. And if anybody have ever met J-Dog personally, that is an accomplishment. I'd like to see J-Dog go, and it seats 7, so there's like a third row seating in it. I'd like to see J-Dog get into that.
I don't think so.
Some of those vehicles are impossible for us bigger people to even get in.
Otis says a Tundra, 2013. Samantha loves those too,
Mm-hmm.
especially tire rotations.
I've had well over 10 S10s. I cut every single one up and make them better. I don't know. It was the clutch was out of my range. I did not understand it. There was so much work to do. It was like that SHO.
Isn't that the one you push in your left foot and you push the gear and then you let your left foot off and you give it
No,
gas?
it was replacing the clutch, numb nuts. I know how to drive a clutch, you freaking wing nut. Don't you push in your foot? Yes, you do, Johnny. Yeah, you do.
Push it. Push it real good.
Mario has a 2016 Nissan Titan with the Cummins in it. Mario, what do you think of that truck? Everybody that I know has been pretty impressed with it.
Mario doesn't have the newest truck or vehicle.
All these people with 2016s and wow, you guys all got new vehicles.
Mine's a 2013.
Mine's a 2004.
2017.
My Toyota's a 2004.
I'm all excited that I got close to 2000. I got a 1999. I'm close.
Almost.
Scott's car identifies as an A10 Warthog and Antifa protesting.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh, I mean, not to sound morbid or anything, but just think of the look on your face as you scraped through and looked over your shoulder and just saw a bullet hole covering every square inch of that protest.
Yeah. Jolson's is a 99. There you go. I'm just afraid to make the jump into 2000 because after everything got weird. It's so hard to work on stuff now. Everything got freaking weird.
Why you buy a new one so you don't have to?
Because if you buy a new one, you're aware of the money you got to pay just to maintain that freaking warranty.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yep, you know me, Christine.
Actually, I have a question, and actually the two guys off the top of my head that I know that drive diesels, I could just call them and ask them direct, but just for the fun of, in case someone else has a viewpoint on this. My work dump truck used to be a 1997 Chevy Silverado with the 1-ton heavy, full-on hydraulic, electric hydraulic dump box on the back of it. And we were having lots of problems with it, and they replaced it with, we went from a 97 to a 92 with a Caterpillar. I mean, this is a full-on, like, I don't understand why I can drive it without having special credentials, but the owner says I'm legally able to drive it. I think that's until you put a rock in the back of it. But so this is a full-on Cat diesel, and it is the biggest baby we just put 2 brand new batteries in it and a block heater, and you can pretty much forget about just being able to start it if it gets below 20 degrees. But once you've got it started and let it idle, I know for the sake of argument, it seems like it loads up, and when you go to drive it, it acts like you're driving a 3-cylinder until it kind of cleans itself out. And when I say cleans itself out, Greg actually had to pull over and wait for the smoke to clear because he said he couldn't see a single thing when he was behind me. It was blowing white smoke like it was being paid to do it.
Do you guys plug it in at night?
Yep.
Plug it in.
It's plugged in continuously until it's needed. And when it gets like say 20 degrees or colder, the only way we can get it to start is to, it's got the big tilt forward hood, and I pull the cover off the air filter. I pull the air filter out, which is the size of a garbage can, and I give it a quick mist with the starting fluid, which the owner of said truck doesn't like, because he says, even though the can says upper engine lubricant, and it's the only way you're going to get this beast to even start. But yeah, I'll let it idle for anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes before I, even take it out on the road. And I tell you, it's a smog machine for the first mile after it's started.
Huh. Now,
What
isn't
is
there
FPPF, Jolson?
that might be that stuff that bottle stuff you buy? There's a product you're supposed to put in an additive. That might be what he's talking about. He says, "Are you running on summer diesel?"
I don't know what. I know when I was at Quick Trip, they had number 1 and number 2.
One of them's red, off-road only.
Your truck sounds high maintenance.
Eric sounds high maintenance.
Yeah, the one thing that I really do miss you die in there or what?
Wow.
Damn.
Jeez.
Wow, that was wrong pipe.
Yeah, you can tell.
Whoa.
I was gonna say that spray made it from Maine to Minnesota.
I'm
Jesus
telling you.
Christ.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Jolson, one of the things, it could be. I think it probably still has a tank of number 2 in it, but I know I'm getting down to a quarter of a tank, so I could top it off with the number 1. And I can tell you the number 2. I took a number 2. It has number 2 in it, and I did add some of that diesel 911. So,
Now, do you guys have off-road diesel there too? The special dyed stuff where they warn you, don't you put this in your truck?
Oh, that's supposed to be that. No, well, I don't know. At the gas station, that I would go to would be a Quick Trip, and they have number 1 and number 2. But holy shit, though! I mean, first of all, maybe technology has gotten a little bit better since 1992, but I'm not even making this stuff up. I was so pissed off, I probably swore loud enough that Greg heard me 2 blocks back in his van with the windows closed the other day. I could not even successfully drink my beverage, which was in a sealed container with a straw sticking out of it. I hit a bump, and the cup in my hand came up so fast that I thought I drew blood with the straw. It's definitely a kidney teaser, that thing.
Uh-huh.
But it also has a PTO-driven hydraulics for dumping it, and that's another fun thing. Before I would just reach over, I would turn the pump on electronically, and then I would flip the switch, and the solenoids would go, and it would dump. This one has a clutch-driven PTO, and I'm the only one that can really successfully dump it because Greg can't even pull up on the lever. It's so hard. But yeah, that whole smoking thing, I definitely thanks for the advice. I'll try the number one. Okay, what? Finish your damn wine and have whiskey. We're waiting.
No. You finish it. I don't want it.
Just gonna move straight on the whiskey.
Yep.
I didn't move
Fuck
straight
yeah.
on out to here. I'm done.
What?
It was nice chatting. Time's up. Gotta go.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Chat room.
No,
Anybody?
don't
Anybody?
do that.
Chat room. Chat room.
I have been.
So Johnny, you working on this list?
Already done.
Oh, okay.
Hey, these guys are easy. There's only 17 people other than us in the chat room.
Oh.
Same 17 guys keep sending, saying the same thing over and over again, just in different orders.
Oh, I'm planning on making another video, a cooking one pretty soon there, Real Cobra.
What's it going to be?
I have to make, what did we talk about before I started this stupid diet? What was it? A lasagna burger. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was a request, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's not vegan though.
Well, no, because I don't have to be anymore.
We might have. I might have to come out there. Be present for that
Be
video
the taste
shoot.
tester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go with the kitchen, bitch.
That's fine. Joseph wants
Yeah,
to see.
He's getting a little pudgy. He doesn't need it.
Oh.
That is a breakfast.
That's fine. We can do them early.
All right.
Every Saturday morning, just like
Yeah.
James Rants. Film it 7:00 in the morning. Review of Boone's Farm.
There you go.
What could go wrong?
With breakfast.
2 hours
At
later,
the restaurant.
No, that was the breakfast.
let's say 2 hours later when we're having brunch with the kids. Hey, can I get some more fucking coffee here?
Just bring the bottle with
What
you.
the hell's taking so long? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
I have an empty cup.
Nice.
Can I have an empty cup?
No.
Put
I don't
coffee
do
in that.
Scott said, "How about a vegan bowl of dicks?"
Yeah, Eric did eat a bowl of dips. And they
It
were
was
vegan.
kind of vegan because it looked
Yeah.
pretty just marinara.
Yeah, it was. So,
Mhm.
so I guess we can say been there, done that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Got proof.
That's right.
So we have video.
If it's not on video, it didn't happen. It happened.
This really happened.
Okay. Let's see. How should we do this? I have no idea in what particular order Johnny has, but you have a number associated with everybody.
Yes, I do.
He likes the beans.
Okay. Let's see. How can we do this?
Agent
smart.
Chaos, pick a number.
There you
1
go.
to 17. Hello.
Agent Chaos.
Did
He's
we
trying to
lose
see how
him?
many cranks
1
he
to
used
17.
take.
Yes, sir.
Can I think about it for a minute?
Yeah, take your time.
No.
Take your time.
Yes,
We got
Keep him in
56
Did
minutes.
he say take your cock? What?
No, he said time.
Oh.
Where in the world did you get cock at a time?
And it's not Mexican.
Boy, could you imagine? You must be really messed up when they have that song "Time in a Bottle." Did he say put a cock in a bottle? No, he said time. Sounded like cock.
I swear you said. If you can have
Yeah.
hallucinations, what would be the word for hearing things?
There is
shit.
actually. It's
Audio tour.
yeah. There's
Something.
Schizophrenia.
yes.
That works too.
I don't hear voices in my head. I just hear a narration. There's this
Don't answer
guy in
them
my
anymore.
head narrating things for me.
Look, I don't listen to the voices in my head because that guy's an asshole.
Most knuckle cock in the shitter.
Oh, God.
Now she thinks you said what time is it, Jolson?
Okay, how long does it take to pick a number?
I already picked a number. I said 10, but nobody heard me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. 10.
10 is Otis 71.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay, congratulations.
There it is.
Got it.
From the 10.
Number 10.
Otis 71.
And Glenn, if you'd have picked an 8, you'd have been in it.
Now, how
That's what I
funny would
said,
that
8.
have been?
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
that's what I said. 8.
Nobody was listening. So then I picked
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
It's always Eric's fault, Dr. Steve. Yes, congratulations, Otis. I have to check my my Surface, but I think I have your. Yeah, that's growing out. That was 2 smashes in a row. I think I have your address. Actually, let me confirm that
Want me to open up the drawer?
bottom one.
Let me get in your drawer.
Yeah, I want to get in my drawer. I'm gonna get in my drawers.
I want your underwears. Here you go.
Underpants. Captain Underpants to the rescue. Mario.
Because he's in the bush. In the bush. In the bush.
Somebody tell a joke.
Okay, so somebody got to talk while you're looking this.
Yeah.
You cannot multitask very well, you know?
Me?
Yeah. Just saying. I gotta go grab the whiskey.
Oh, boy. Hour number 2.
You just love to hear that. Doesn't that sound so
I'm
awesome?
not gonna
to hear
be
that?
back.
I'm
Wait,
kidding.
John, is there another show scheduled after us? Because she's getting whiskey and it's getting interesting.
No, Eric. Well, there's a show scheduled in. Let's see. Next scheduled show is in 1 hour and 52 minutes.
Apparently, your show is boring and you need a pep up.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Who the fuck said that?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, we don't want Mario to call in. 818-532-9773.
Scott says rig. Somebody had to say it. Oh, there you go.
Is it up here? Drink some of this. There's nothing left.
I did not. Last person in that bottle was Nikki.
But Scott, you missed it by 1.
No,
You were
there
11.
was more than that in here. That's like 2 swigs and it's gone, for Christ's sakes. What the hell?
Those are some pretty damn big swigs. I want to watch you do that. She's got 3 fingers in the bottom of a bottle. She's like, this is 2 swigs and I'm done.
Well, it is. Seriously, look at there's not that much left in the bottle. I know, I'm sorry, it's radio. But let me just tell you that it's not even 3 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just pour the whole thing in one glass and knock it out.
Who needs a glass?
From the fucking bottle.
Oh man, that's a shame you can't see that already. Who needs a glass? Bottle goes
Oh,
back.
I have missed that so much. Here, have my other glass of wine.
If you insist.
So what are you drinking? Tell us what you're drinking there, Christine.
Americana bourbon whiskey.
Imagine that.
Who said gross?
I think Agent Chaos just pulled out his penis. And Mrs. Chaos.
So what's your show going to be about tomorrow, Christine?
I don't know. What is it going to be about? Just kidding. It's going to be about strangest jobs.
There you go.
Or weirdest jobs.
Strangest
However you want to
job.
categorize it.
So you're going to have Travis on as a guest?
We're going to talk about the truck stop.
Yeah.
You see what they do is they slide the quarter between the butt cheeks and then they pull.
Oh man.
Oh, that's too funny.
Check, please.
Miss Speed Show should be a review of this show. Oh, I don't know. The good, the bad, the shitter talk. That would be a really good title, by the way, Cobra.
The good, the bad, the shitter.
Yeah. Shelby, do you want some whiskey? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sharing.
That was a yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Instantly slammed the poor dog. She's like, what? Can I? No.
No.
Just kidding.
It would be interesting, though, to talk about the strangest jobs.
Oh yeah.
Because I bet there's got to be a lot of interesting / strange jobs out there.
The one that I'll definitely be bringing up is that freaking tower climber job. That's just insanity.
Oh, man. Can you
That is-
imagine?
That's just
You got to go change that light bulb way in the hell up there. Okay.
1,700 and some odd feet. You're climbing on a little. They look like welded on bolts.
They do.
They look
That's
like just
crazy.
bolts that are welded on, and you're just your whole body's. You're like almost a mile in the air, hanging off a little bolt. And then they climb on that platform that can't be more than a 1 by 1 foot square, and they stand there and change that light. Oh, screw that.
What the hell? A drunken groupie handler. Is that a job?
Get about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
that's what Agent Chaos does.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Okay, there's these 4 girls that really want to meet everybody, so they pull off their tops and their hammers.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of that. Let me tell you something. The last Motley Crue show that I went to, there was this girl that was sitting next to me. We were like in the 15th row. She was desperately trying to get the band's attention.
That's what titties are for.
Well, yeah. But that's not all that she was showing.
Oh,
Yeah. No, see, this is 2018. We're almost into 2019. Titties are so overrated. You want to get my attention? Show me your butthole.
Did you just say muff?
No, he said butt. Why are you having so much trouble? He says butt. Did you say muff? No, he said butthole. There were 2 words. Butthole. What is? She's. Yeah, oh my God. She cannot hear anything. You want 2019? You want to impress me? You
No.
want to impress me? Show me your butthole. Did he say muff? No. No.
When he said that, I just went, oh my God, was he at the same show I was? Because that's what that girl was showing.
See?
Oh my word.
Boy.
I guess they go the extra mile because they want to obligate themselves, right?
Okay.
I'm not joking. I'm ready to go. See, now me, I would want to be I want to be a guy down in the crowd. Oh, you're trying to meet them? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Should have said that earlier. I could have helped you out with that. You can? Yep.
Would you really?
Let me take that for a test drive, and I'll go ahead and introduce you to the band.
Oh, yeah. See, there you go. Knew that was coming. Oh,
Boy,
just
if she could have reached me, she'd have smacked me. Take a swig off it and then just, I'm gonna give you, John. Why? Just 'cause. Oh my heavens!
Just want a straw for that?
I don't need no stinking straw.
She doesn't
A
need. She
pooper
doesn't.
peeper. Hey, we learned a new terminology tonight. A pooper peeper. Show me your pooper peeper.
The mud hole.
No, I think
The
if you're
mud hole?
I think if you're looking at her pooper, you're the pooper peeper.
You're peeping at her pooper.
There you go. Oh my
Hey, Eric.
god! Oh my god!
You don't need a peeping Tom. You got a pooper peeper.
Oh my
Jim?
I gotta
And
go.
everybody's wondering, where did this show go wrong?
Well,
Welcome
this
to
is
Shitter
happens when this is what happens when Eric stops talking.
Talk.
Yeah, we get shitter talking pooper peepers.
Hey, down with PP? Are you
Oh,
a PP?
All right, well, this show
Pooper
has definitely
peeper.
turned into Butt Stuff Friday.
I'm telling
No,
you.
okay, that just begs the question. I have to ask Agent Chaos, and all the time that you've done the stuff behind the scenes with the bands, have you ever seen girls flashing their pooper? Or has it always just been the
How did you get all shy? That's the moment you got shy right there. She's like, so have you ever seen the girl showing their pooper? That's the moment you chose to get shy, right? That's second.
Have they showed off their heinies to you?
Actually, no.
He sounds disappointed when he says it too.
I've seen just about everything else but that.
But that.
That's why I said that. So if you
So-
want to be original and you want to get my attention, you got to do something different than what every other one's doing.
See, there you go.
Show the butthole.
Now, girls, you got to show the pooper. Then you get the pass.
The next
Go
show there's gonna be
backstage.
they'll have some girl
Hey,
walk up with
just
a set of
remember,
lips.
if that starts to become a thing at concerts, it started right here.
Yes.
That's
Rock on. Okay, that leaves Eric's line open. Are you going to talk or what? I'm getting myself into so much trouble here.
I'm good with where you keep going.
Chaos is going to be at his next concert. And he's going to be sitting there.
Eric,
You're
you
going
get
to
this
see Eric bend over and pull his pants down.
Gonna have a big sign that's gonna say "Show me the shitter."
Oh god.
You're going to see Eric's hairy butthole.
See, I gotta make a shirt now.
Oh my word.
That would make a pretty good T-shirt.
Show me your butthole.
Show me the shitter.
Show me your pooper peeper.
Paco Loco left something there for you, Christy.
I can't see it right now because Eric's.
I'm a
Wait.
pooper peeper. Show me your
I
shitter.
think when I.
Ass quarters, nice.
Well, nobody can hear you. You're all laughing. You're supposed to read it, Christine. She starts looking at it and laughing, and it's like silence.
Okay.
Yeah, ass quarters. Enough said.
Yeah.
Eric, did you get my text?
Yeah.
did you get it?
Oh, a couple more swigs to go. Cheers, Lars.
Oh,
Yeah, and you should see the picture he put for you too.
Great.
What? What?
what?
Nothing. Lars.
You know, every time that you all say nothing, I know you're up to something.
Nothing.
That's
Now you know how men feel.
That's right.
We've all
It's just
told
a
that.
dumb moment. What's the matter? Nothing. I'm fine. Nothing.
Oh, I hate that shit. Did you see what?
Somebody ask
Whoa.
Agent Chaos a real question. Have you ever had a girl give you a plate job?
A what?
A plate job. Hey Google. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Jesus, here we go.
She's gonna pull a Wendy right here. If Wendy was there, she'd be like, "Don't even bother asking. I'll tell you what it is."
Yeah, she'd tell you because she knows all
Just
these.
set my phone off.
Huh?
So when he said that, it activated my phone.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
A
Oh,
plane job. No, a plate job. What the fuck is a plate job?
I have no idea.
Hey, Google.
Drill a hole in a
I'm gonna go
plate,
find
and
out.
I guess use it as a drip catcher or something.
Okay, now that's a line, and somebody just crossed it.
That is a line we cannot cross.
Oh, it's been crossed.
There are lines. There are rules.
What the hell? Give you a plate job. He just said something to make us all sit here and ask, what the hell?
Come on,
No,
don't
John.
leave me in suspense. Cobra.
All right.
What the hell is
I'm
a
gonna look
plate
it up
job?
because I'm the only one that will.
Well, Eric, there goes your recommendations for the next month.
Then when I'm done, I'm gonna type in male pole dancers.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Make sure you do that on his Amazon wish list.
Johnny, I like the way you're thinking. I know. Oh boy.
That is a snazzy picture, Poco Loco.
What is a plate job?
Share.
A fetish act where one defecate. Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, come on.
Ow.
The hell? That's just. Yeah, that's just. Okay.
Gunwild's
What
about
happens
a
if
day
you
late,
got
$1
diarrhea?
short with that. Don't look it up. It's fucking nasty.
And yes, it's considered a sexual act. It's a real thing. What happens if you got diarrhea?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, God, girl. Oh, why did you even know?
Jesus, I wish this pill would kick in so I could fall
Oh.
asleep in it.
Now, see, wait, I would like to
God, soon enough.
actually answer Cobra's question. No, I personally have not had a plate job, but
But
Uh-oh.
I
No
do
pun
know
intended.
somebody who is kind of into that thing.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Okay, that's just really weird and creepy. I'm sorry. I mean, all
Yeah,
kidding aside.
needless to say, I haven't seen that guy since.
Okay.
Oh, time for another drink.
She pounds it.
She fucking tilted that all the way up, too.
Well, you know what they
Gee,
say. If you
Gee,
can't
I
run
wish I had a bottle of that so I could do that.
Well, you will eventually if I ever get off my ass and get to the post office with it. It's sitting right here in the box on the
I
floor.
wish I had a bottle.
Drop
There's a
off
guy
the
on
vodka while you're at it, too.
That's in the other box right beside it. I just never get to the damn post office before it closes.
Oh, my God. Oh, no,
That makes
no,
some
no,
road
no.
trips.
Glass bottom boat. No. I can only imagine what the hell that is. Oh, my heavens. Where the hell do you people come up with this crazy shit?
There's some
I
sick
don't know.
fuckers out here.
Seriously, in
Oh,
all
my
honesty,
word.
there's some really sick people out there. I mean, wow.
No comment.
You got people that are licking other people's toes and shit, and it's like, what the hell's wrong with you people? Oh, my God.
And then you're
What's a
sharing.
glass bottom boat? Oh, about $5 more than a plate.
Oh God, time to drink again. It's not going away.
Oh, my word. Where do you guys come up with this shit? People doing all kinds of weird shit.
Well, doesn't it just really, in all seriousness for one moment, where do people come up with these ideas, and how did the other part?
They're
How
left.
did they get so popular?
They're
It's
left
trial and
alone.
error.
They're left alone for a little while by themselves, and they're little deviant fucks, and they come up with this crap.
Jeez.
I mean,
Got a
can you
man
imagine? There are
whispering in
people.
your ear.
There are people that are peeing on each other, Christine. They do it for fun. That's just sick.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
And Gunwild says, "Yep," and all the sickos are in the deplorables. Good point.
And then some.
Don't look up shrimping, whatever you do. See, now, in Maine,
Okay.
that means you're going out on a dragger boat and you're going to go out shrimping. Put the big nets behind you and you're going to be dragging the bottom for shrimp. That's the same thing they do out in your neck of the woods there, Adrian Chaos.
Yeah, it's the same thing they do here.
Yeah, big draggers go out there with big doors, they drop them and all that. Call that shrimping. So what the hell
Excuse
depraved
me.
thing do they call shrimping?
And you have to love the And whatever you do, don't look this up. Right now, everybody is fucking typing that into a Google search. Jesus.
Oh,
You know it too.
ew. What?
Oh my.
That's just
Yeah, that was-
wrong on all levels. I'm not going there.
That's how I found out what the blue waffle was. It was like,
Oh,
don't go
Oh
look
God,
this
yes.
up.
don't go there.
It was like, don't look this up, and I was like, okay, why not? So I had to
Yeah.
go look it up.
That was like
Now
the
I
time when we
regret
were on.
looking it up.
Remember that we were around the campfire,
Yeah.
and Wendy goes, "Don't look up Dirty Sanchez." So what do? I go look it up. Boy, that was a bad idea.
All I heard was "ew" come from the.
Or that's like when Christopher asked what hemorrhoids look like, and my wife actually goes and looks them up and starts showing pictures.
I remember that. That was the best thought. Your wife was like, "Just a minute." Just you're looking it up. Boom.
He's like, "Oh wait, I can Google that."
Mhm.
This is
Hold on
what
one
a
second.
butt tonsil looks like.
I remember that.
But
That's what it is.
yeah, Google won't tell me. Bearded CB. Joey seems to know though. I wonder why.
Oh, what now?
Roman war helmet.
It's getting warm in here. It's getting warm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Google.
You could stick an ice cube in your shitter. Or you could turn this off. That could help.
Oh, it's just me.
No, not you. Is it cold in here? Is it hot in here? Is it cold in here? Is it hot in here? Is it cold in here? Like during the summer. You know who, me, is paying to have the air conditioning running. And I look over on the couch and she's under a freaking blanket. And I'm just like, well, you know what the answer could be here is to turn the damn air conditioner off.
So then I'll get yelled at for turning on in 5 minutes when I get warm again.
Yeah.
So you want me to turn the conditioner on and off, on and off, on and off? I mean, I can. I mean, if you really want me to.
The Abe Lincoln, really?
What?
What the hell?
Rock Cobra, damn.
Okay, let's see what she says here. Hey Siri,
Joey.
what is the Abe Lincoln?
Well, that's like not good. What's the sexual position
Yeah, she's,
known as
she's
Abe
gonna
Lincoln?
come back with like the 16th president or some shit.
Okay, here we go. Hey Siri, what is the sexual position the Abe Lincoln?
The AA
Here's
wrong.
what I found on the web for what is the sexual position the Abe Lincoln.
Lobby Lincoln.
That's because he said Abe Lincoln.
Are those Legos?
Hey Siri, what is the sexual position the Abe Lincoln?
Here's what I found on the web for what is the sexual position the Abe Lincoln.
The Abe. I said Abe.
Stop saying the in front of it.
Okay. Hey Siri, what is the sexual position Abe Lincoln?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the
Ooh, she
sexual
sounds
position
happier.
Abe Lincoln.
She doesn't understand ginger ale and vodka.
Oh, it's an oral thing. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We're done with that. Okay.
Oh, Cobra
Pictures.
just clarified that for you.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
It's not a position, it's a sex act.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
got to come out her nose, Scott.
Hey Siri, hey Siri, what is the
You
dirty
gave it
Sanchez?
away there.
Oh,
It's
boy.
got to, that's a wrong choice of words.
Okay, I found this
It's
on the
got to
web
come
for what
out
is the
of her
dirty
nose.
Sanchez.
I mean,
An angry what? Hey Siri, what is an angry pirate?
Again,
Okay, I found this on the web for what is an angry pirate.
Just
What is
okay. Oh, okay. A one-eyed angry pirate is when you are having sex with a woman doggy style. Okay, that sounds normal to me. But, all right.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Grey Plus. Your host this evening, John. And the real corporate burnout.
Oh wait, no, there was that. Okay, apparently there's. I only saw what they wanted me to see in the very beginning. There was more to it. So yeah, okay. Oh my God, what?
Show.
What the hell? Okay, you guys are freaks.
God, give me the booty.
Oh my God. It involves kicking her. What the hell? Oh my God. That's terrible.
How could you?
Oh my word. Oh, Joey, that must be your thing, huh? What is it? Oh my God, this is getting to be one down.
Spreaker's gonna be like,
How in the hell did we even get down this path?
I have no idea. I think
I'll tell you, it all started with the peeper poopers, all right?
Okay.
Just to be clear,
I'm
another episode that I won't have a chance at iHeart.
Oh no, not this one's got no.
That was 5 minutes in.
You're welcome.
Oh my! You had high hopes.
Yeah,
and
that's an interesting point, Scott. We don't know whether to, or I don't know whether to be impressed or scared that Cobra knows that. Things that make you go,
Oh my heavens!
You don't think you'll be able to get this on iHeart? Was it the butthole comment?
No.
No, I think it was other things. I don't think that it was Jeff the butthole comment.
We were there until that one, Agent Chaos, and that just kind of crashed out.
Okay, cool. Long as it wasn't me.
It's like, God, damn, so close.
Oh my heavens!
Just make sure that we don't get that.
You gotta roll this back for the last 30 minutes and get it back into some sort of a normal position. Oh my God! This went left and down some sort of a dark, dingy road. Holy moly! So, is there any normal shit coming out of the? I said normal shit coming out of the shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well that didn't go right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good either.
Not the wrong
no.
hole.
And this show is definitely from the sponsor Louisiana right now.
Yep.
Oh my God! Wow.
See, and you say, "Oh, come sit on my show." Look what happens. I start something, and then everybody.
Yeah,
just
I
goes
know,
right
by
down the
fucking
rabbit-
design. Well, I'm just going to talk about shitters until he has no chance at iHeart one more week.
Well, we can always come on her show tomorrow. It can be shitter talk on Miss Bomey's channel tomorrow.
It could be like one of the strangest jobs ever.
Oh, just wait till we master that call-in line.
That's right.
Oh, I'll tell you what. That's some pretty weird jobs there in the old business. Well, I can't even imagine that. Wow. And there are people that do that and get paid for that stuff. Oh, I just realized that. I'll bet that stuff's on Pornhub and crap like that. Oh, God. That's horrible.
It's like, Mr. Bomey, we at iHeartRadio find your show very funny, but could you tone it down on the anal sex comments?
Is there any way you guys could do a show that didn't have anal sex stuff in it?
Could you just please remove Miss Bomey with all
No, the
of
show
her
was
shitter
good until
comments?
some guy mentioned looking at buttholes.
It makes it just go downhill really bad. Okay.
We had high hopes, but then we heard the "show me your asshole" comment, and
Hey, it was a legitimate question I had to ask. I mean, you know, he's been in the music business and you see all kinds of weird things. I didn't think that was going to be strange. Because, you know, people are weird when they go to concerts and say and
I
do
wasn't
weird
disputing
things.
you. Whatever. I wasn't disputing you. That just got real for me. She's like, I'll take this bottle and smack you up the head, fucker. Whew, that got real.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you got another one of them bottles for her, Eric?
Well, We
No.
could go down and get that non-60-year-old scotch.
No, no.
Yeah. Well, if
I'm
you lived
good.
around here, you could run down to 7-Eleven and buy some really, really high quality scotch.
I'm just about done. One more shot. That's it. I already said cheers, Lars, and you didn't even hear me.
Great.
Just one more shot. 5 hours later, just one more shot.
Kind of like the night that you and I were drinking the the rum.
Oh, Cobra says Bobby has a website that has all that sick stuff on it.
Bobby?
Oh my heavens.
No comment.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I have to. Pardon me.
Well, I try to read some of the comments out loud, but some of them are a bit much.
Well, yeah.
Just a bit.
Kentucky Klondike Bar. I can only imagine what that is. I can only imagine what that is.
That puts a new meeting. Or wait, no. Sorry. My mind went like 50,000 directions. Holy shit.
She just saw 30 squirrels coming down a tree and she tried to follow them all at once.
Yep, that was it. Squirrels everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh, that makes a whole new. Uh-huh.
What?
Mhm.
Makes you wonder what you would do for a Klondike bar.
Oh boy.
Cheers.
Oh my heavens! I don't even know what the hell. Oh, I don't even. I don't want to look that
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Someone let me know how this turned out.
up.
This
The
is
pan-
your show.
Kid, you already know how it's turning out.
The Panamanian petting zoo. What in the world?
I don't even want to read that.
Oh God! I read it. Oh,
You
geez.
should not do
Are you
that with
kidding me?
poo.
Oh yeah. Okay, that was funny until I looked at the
Okay,
next
Loco,
sentence.
you just bleh.
Can be
Wow.
combined with the Kentucky Klondike Bar.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my word.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There are gonna be people listening to this show.
Where's
just throw
Wendy
it up
when you need
tomorrow.
her? Because you know what? She'd be like, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. I don't think you could shock her with any of this. Although I'm taking notes, I'm going to ask her tomorrow. Which one of your brothers told you about this one?
Oh God,
I know.
Poco Loco is just one messed up fella.
Yeah, he's just killing.
Oh my God, he's just a messed up fella.
Cold lunch.
I gotta admit though, some of his videos are funny.
It's
He gets me laughing on some of those.
Yeah.
I haven't never laughed that hard at an unboxing video.
Right. That dude is never allowed on the guest list at my show. That's
I was laughing my
Now
butt
they're
off at
talking
that.
about lighting
brother
girls'
sister
mucks
commercial.
on fire.
What?
What do you
What
want to light the bush on fire for? Ouch.
Oh wait,
That-
that's actually a biblical term, isn't it? The burning bush.
When
Mm-hmm.
when I watched Poco Loco's unboxing video, I had to have Shelby leave the room.
Well, I had seen that commercial, that coffee and the sister putting the bow on him and all that stuff, and it all looked like that normal commercial I'd seen until all of a sudden, it went left.
I like the one with the old man sitting there all by himself, and the grandson comes over and hands him a card.
Pornhub card.
The old man, grandpa, gets up and gives him a big hug, and he's crying, and the camera pans down. He's holding that gift certificate to Pornhub.
Yeah.
Brighten Grandpa's day.
Yeah, those are fun. I enjoy those. Those are always good.
Well, I'm sharing. That's all I have left.
Nice.
Okay, may all your ups and downs be in bed.
Okay, well, promises. And that was the sound of a bottle being finished.
Damn. Drop the mic.
I need to grab a beer.
Oh my heavens.
Grab me one though.
These guys have got some. These guys are messed up.
You know, let's go back to when I was asking about what your daily driver is.
Yeah.
How we got go down this road?
Oh, you talk about derailing something. Holy.
Yeah, that's
Just remember, you invited me. I didn't invite me.
Oh, that derailed pretty far. I'm laughing, but it did derail. That's for damn sure. Oh my heavens! And he's doing. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
What?
Huh?
Wait a minute. How are they
Why are you
calling a
laughing
Kenny
at me?
Bunkport surprise? Kenny Bunkport's in my neck of the woods.
Surprise.
I don't know, but they're talking about New England clam chowder. That cannot be a good thing.
Oh my God! He's at. Oh crap!
Oh, just stop.
Jesus. Wow. That's
Okay,
terrible.
moving on. Let's change this subject.
no.
Got
I'm
more.
that.
sorry I really
No
asked the
more.
question.
No, you're not.
No, I am. Seriously.
Next week's guest is Paco Loco. No. Nope. Nope.
So, just take a look at the comments from Poco Loco in the chat room, and you'll get your own answer as to why he hasn't been invited to the deplorables.
I
Because
could
he'd
not
make everybody
understand why.
in the deplorables cry.
Oh, he wouldn't be the first one in there to do that. There's reasons why people leave.
I'll bet.
So, yeah, Jim. So, like, was it today or yesterday? Doesn't matter. Every day, I'm leaning over the table saw. I just turned it off, so I don't even know how many I missed. I have my phone in a somewhat muted because I still want to be able to hear a phone call if I get one or whatever. But Greg is like in the other room, and you hear ta-ting, 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 ta-ting. And I'm not even kidding. Ta-ting, ta-ting, ta-ting. And Greg comes around the corner, and he's just like, fucking Brad. Like, what?
Oh, so Greg's in the deplorables now?
No, he just knows that it's either Wade
okay.
or Brad. That's usually the culprits for those.
Yeah, and it's
What,
annoying
Jay-
because the one
Jay
that we
doesn't do
sat
it
down to
anymore?
watch that movie.
Oof.
Jay?
No, Jay's actually kind of toned it way down.
It's annoying. Cha-ting, cha-ting. You're trying to watch a movie. Cha-ting, cha-ting, cha-ting. Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't have to ask Jim this. I have almost destroyed a $900 phone because I was 27 tings too many, and I had to like stop and go, okay. There's only one person that's going to get hurt by me whipping this phone into the wall, and that's my wallet. So, and what really pisses me off is, you know how many times I've like clicked that thing down and it says, dismiss, like, or mute, and you hit mute and it keeps on fucking going ta-ting, ta-ting. You fucker!
Just gotta catch up.
God.
Oh, it's just messed up.
I can't read no more. My eyes are bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Here's one from Hornet Fixer. Oh, fuck me around.
A sexual act involving a dog and a ball.
A woman and a
And a
volunteer.
volunteer.
It's always good when there's a volunteer
Oh
involved.
my
Whatever it
God.
says.
Rough. R-U-F-F. I see what you did there.
Oh my heavens.
I don't even want to know why you guys know this stuff.
What I
No,
really
I
want to
don't.
know is, does the whole act change if the volunteer is male or female?
Oh, good lord.
Good question.
Good question.
Good question. Hold on, we're waiting for an answer.
Well, that would mean that the ball would be lodged in your shitter. Or your... Yeah, never
Okay.
Okay. Favorite restaurants? Anybody?
Don't ask Christine that when we already know the
have
answer.
one.
Yes. Yeah. I used that on me. I used that on. What's your fit? Oh yeah, that was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh my heavens!
No shit, Jeff.
Yes, obviously Cobra has a dark past. There's a few people that have
He's
dark
been in the
pasts.
red room way too long. Let me just tell you that much.
Of course, he has a dark past. He didn't even specify the volunteer had to be human.
Oh wow!
What if it was an alien? How would you know where to
Oh,
put the
God.
ball?
Okay. That's it. Christine's cut off. Now she's doing
Thinking way
alien
too
shit
much
talk.
about it now.
Alien shitter talk. That's
Oh,
Wouldn't that be interesting if you met an alien?
can I see
You
your...
could have lots of questions for an alien. What would be the number one question that you would ask an alien from another?
You want to play fetch?
You wanna
what was you asking alien from another place?
play dirty fetch?
No.
Well, let's see if aliens could actually make it all the way here. That would be the same as saying, "What would an ant ask us?"
There you go.
Good question.
So, what would your
That is-
question be for your alien there? That's from somewhere else, Christine.
You got a shitter? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Wanna
You're gonna
know
ask
about
them to
hot
show you
topic?
their shitter first thing. I mean, she's like, I'm gonna cut to the chase because I don't know.
You
what
gotta
else to say.
make him feel relaxed.
Oh my heavens!
You can only ask us one question. What would it be? Do y'all do butt stuff?
In the butt, Bob. In the butt.
And then they turn around and it's in the bush.
In the bush.
Oh my heavens!
This is why you do not have me on your show anymore. We're done. I ain't coming on after this. I ain't part of the crew anymore.
I'll take that bet.
Actually, I like going better.
I'm gonna go visit Jim.
Gunwald has a good question to ask him.
Oh,
Are they
my.
legal?
Well,
Will
if
this
they're
tennis ball
aliens,
fit there?
if they're aliens, like I'm thinking, they probably don't really give a shit if they got here that way. Then, you got a shitter? Can I see it with a tennis ball?
Show me your booty hole.
You want to play?
I'm gonna come over there and go jihad on your booty hole.
And Scott would ask, how many Walmart and Starbucks have you got on your planet?
Yeah, probably surrounded too. That would be something else.
What were they watching? Some kind of documentary along those lines? Do you remember when they were talking about actual people believing in alien life forms and believing if they
No, we were
have
listening.
been visited?
No, we were listening to Coast to Coast
Oh, that's what it was.
with George Nari.
Go for it. Ask an alien, do you mow lawns?
And he'll answer, no, but Mario does. Hey. Hey.
Mario, love you.
Get the big weed whacker professional version.
That's right. Yes, this is the reason aliens don't talk to us. This show may be the very reason why nobody's ever come and identified themselves.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a digital signal out there in space somewhere.
Oh
And
yeah.
aliens are picking this up and avoiding us completely.
Yes, they're going no,
Okay,
no, no, no.
Bypass that planet. Don't
I
go
am
there.
not going to be on that show or a topic on that show. No.
Do aliens have porn? That would be Scott's question.
Hey, you've seen their fingers.
What the fuck?
Oh my.
Long and bumpy.
Christine is an oh my right then.
Their fingers don't look like butt plugs for no reason.
They kind of do with those little knobs on the end, though.
Oh my.
Just saying.
All of a sudden, Jim pops another painkiller and goes straight to a bottle of
Yeah.
vodka.
I'm sorry.
I already popped that pill, and I don't need to. I'm loopy as fuck.
Yeah, we can tell.
You look happy.
Well, my mouth don't hurt anymore.
Life is good for the
Want
moment.
an Alabama Hot Pocket?
I was gonna say, bitch's butt doesn't either.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't go there.
Oh, there's
Scott.
Christopher. There's
Debbie does
Christopher.
Don't even
Jupiter.
look up the Alabama Hot Pocket.
There's-
Oh, hey, he's late. He would have maybe won the the gift.
Gosh.
Well, there, Christopher's here now.
Boyfriend.
He slept half of the Friday away and shows up at our most, our
Shows
most
up at
prolific
the best
moment.
time, doesn't he?
You're late.
Debbie does Jupiter. Nice.
Yeah. I was just commenting on that.
Yeah, nice.
Mushroom tip fingers. Oh my god.
I don't know. What do aliens' fingers really look like?
If anybody can answer that for real, Christine, there's some other things we should talk about.
If you
Oh,
need
my
to
lord.
really eat mushrooms, please.
Yeah, I've met aliens, and they touched me down there.
Yes, because aliens
Tell me
love
I'm
to
a doll
probe
where the
according to-
mushroom tip finger touched you.
Well, you all just said why they fucking probe us. They listen to this fucking show every week.
Yeah,
Trying to find answers as to why. Why do they do
these
it?
people obviously like things in their butt.
They're just trying to make friends with us, so they're doing what we think we like.
What if that's the way they greet you?
No,
Hi, how you doing?
they probe
They're not
probe
like
everybody
dogs
because
where they sniff each other's
they're looking
asses.
for the stick. They hear everybody's got a stick up their ass, and they're just probing us looking for it. No, this one's got no stick.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm sorry, Smile Money. It's going to give you nightmares. I apologize. So, anything else I can wreck in the last 8 minutes for you?
No,
Paco Loco says E.T. could make a fortune on Pornhub. Oh my heavens!
Well, good point, J Dog. We are assuming aliens are humanoid and have fingers.
Well, you're the one who asked us what their fingers look like, Christine.
Oh, boyfriend, you've missed it. I've been run-thonging it all night. You're late to the party. You got a lot of catching up to do. At least one glass of wine, and I don't know how much whiskey was in there. Not very much.
There was a little in there.
Wow. According to Japanese porn, aliens have penises for fingers.
This is for fingers.
What? Passes for fire. Say fair.
Sorry, I was caught off guard. Oh.
No, don't do that thing again.
That's not what I was talking about.
Do they
Oh,
have
my.
3 fingers? I don't know.
I think he was referencing the alcohol in the bottle.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Mhm.
What if aliens were the big O?
Overstock.com.
What the hell?
I have Tourette's.
She's just dropping shit now. Oh, that fell out. Oh, that fell out.
I have Tourette's.
What the fuck are you hearing, Bobby? I really don't know.
Oh look, there's a little drop left. I think I better swallow.
Yeah, better swallow it.
Damn.
I think I better choose
Damn.
my
There
words
it went there.
carefully.
I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Okay.
I think I better. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Oh, God, for me.
Imagine what's going to happen on Amazon in a few minutes.
Whoa, yeah. Alexa, show me my wish list.
Alexa, please turn on the one-click button.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh no! Don't ever do that. Oh. That's why I ended up buying those watches by accident. Remember?
Accident? There are no accidents.
Hey, how convenient! You got both those watches you wanted.
Yeah.
By accident.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you.
Okay, are we done yet?
Yeah, no. The old Amazon and alcohol sometimes don't go together too well.
No, they don't.
Yeah. No,
I know Jim has been there, done
Yes,
that.
Jim.
I think Joey's been there, done that. John's been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Has everybody on the panel made a junk purchase on Amazon at one point?
What are you talking about? I think
Yeah,
I've made 3 of them
unfortunately,
right
I did
now.
it with the band credit card.
Oh.
Oh, is there a
Wow.
story?
That would suck. Now you got to explain it to a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to hear more about this.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need to talk about that for the next 4 minutes.
Yes.
Well, it was band equipment, but I just wasn't given the go ahead to actually buy it. I was more like, fuck it, I'm not waiting. We need it.
And I'm hammered, and I'm on Amazon.
Yeah, pretty much.
They shouldn't have given me the damn card.
Well, I know for mine, we were in a typical video chat and discussing gun stuff and then reloading stuff. And I just remember, I don't even know how this shit all happened. I just remember looking at stuff and like 3 or 4 days later, a bunch of boxes showed up and I'm just like, no, who did this?
Who's this sweetie?
That must be the
Yeah,
night I.
don't do
That must be the
that.
night I bought the electric smelter and the non-electric smelter, which I couldn't figure out why the fuck I bought that for.
Yeah, I was all thinking someone, went and did a really cool surprise. And like 3 days later, I was noticing my credit card statement and realized that,
There you go. Surprise.
surprise, yeah, that's when I bought the Franklin wet tumbler. Evidently, I thought that the 5 pounds of stainless media pins wasn't enough, so I ordered more and 6 containers of the.
Hey, I just bought
Shame on you.
$90 in socks. Yes, and I don't even know why.
$90
I was going to
They
ask
came-
why
they
I was
came-
like, I don't know.
They came today. And I'm like, who the hell bought that? It's on my credit card.
Are they lined with vagina skin?
I wish. But no. They're made out of wool, apparently.
Oh,
Oh.
sheep vagina.
in Texas. Interesting.
Yes.
Were those a
Me
gift
too,
for me?
Johnny.
Were those a gift for me, Johnny?
I'm
For all his
guessing.
friends up north.
I'm guessing Bearded CB had a few adult beverages, and then 3 or 4 days later, bolt carriers showed up from DRG Manufacturing.
There you go.
Oh,
That-
there's
that's how.
Lou.
That's how we
Cobra
should
gets
finish
the
the.
shock from the hospital.
That's how we should finish the show off. Everybody talk about your drunk ass purchases.
Actually,
the list is long and distinguished.
Yeah, can't go too much into detail about the real doll that showed up, but other than that,
hey, I think that shit would have really happened that night with Jim. I don't know how many fucking whiskeys he had. The only reason he didn't order is because the computer was fucked up and he wasn't getting the site to load right. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure a real doll would have showed up within the week.
Boy, that would have been some fun.
Like, I would have told you assholes if that had showed up.
we never
Can
would
you
have
just
seen Jim
imagine
again.
the person delivering that? Hi, Mr. So-and-so, your real doll is here. Could you please sign for this?
Can you imagine the shock
Absolutely.
if the box opens Like a hand falls out.
Oh my god.
Usually with Jim's house, the bottom.
Ah, this is a real heavy one. Thud. What? That's not mine.
Oh my heavens!
Seriously, how many hours does this group have at the Real Doll website? I'm not even kidding.
Too many.
Too many is a good answer.
Way too many.
How many chats at the website?
I mean,
yeah.
here's a quote from Jim. Oh my God, you can pick the vagina you want. Let me get my credit card.
I don't like those nipples. Go back to the other ones. They're not as pointy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
my
we can do
heavens.
that right now. Wait, bring up the lights.
Joey's gonna order. It's like, welcome to McDonald's.
Joey
Welcome to
will
Real Dolls.
order
May I
one and
place
call
your
it a
order?
GTO, but it's really the Grand Am model.
Muted CB. Well, did Jim choose GILF or roast beef?
Damn, that's
Ouch.
Oh, it's after 11 o'clock. I've done my duty. I'm out of here.
ham. He went with ham on that one.
Yeah, the meat curtains got broke out after 11.
All right, here we go. What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna start? Let's go.
Look at Joey. He's over here shopping.
Joey's already. Wait till
Joey's
his
already
wife
shopping
sees.
for
Wait,
Real Dolls.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off when
Can
Joey
you
comes
peek
in
at the
next
poopers
week with a
before
fucking
ordering?
black eye
Hey,
because his
see
wife
if
will
you can
fucking found that on
specify-
our search history.
See if you can specify what shade of color butthole you want.
That's what they're
You
asking.
can.
They want to know if you can peek at the poopers before ordering in the chat room.
Oh my heavens!
Oh yeah. Oh look, the
Yeah,
Stormy
but I mean,
Daniels.
is
It'd
it
be
going to
under
be pink
extras,
or
I'm
is it
betting.
going to be 50 Shades of Brown?
50 Shades of Brown.
Let's see.
Maybe you can get the circle bleached.
Do you want body type A, F? What's your
Oh
preference?
my words!
Oh, look at that. You even get to change skin colors.
Okay, Jim. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm
Say
going
hi.
because I'm.
Say hi to Tilly and your pillow.
Night,
Yes.
Jim.
Night, guys.
Hey, honey.
See you later,
Have
Jim.
a good one.
Night.
Yeah, minivan.
What about that
Two
minivan?
in the front, 3 in the rear.
Oh boy.
Make it interesting. You put 2 in the front and 5 in the rear.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, this is a 15 passenger.
Oh! All the neighbors are in the rear.
Oh my heavens!
Oh, take that to the airport.
Oh, Joey, you quit. I thought you were gonna order one up there. Answer their final question. Do you get to see the butthole or not?
Nah, that's no. There was no butthole option.
Oh well.
But there had to be a shitter option.
Yeah, it was in the body type. You could,
Yeah.
pick a nice plump one, nice skinny one. Whatever you want.
Can you get hair? I know you can get, no hair. Mhm.
I haven't gone that far. That detail. You can get a little bush on them. Actually, let's go back and see.
Okay.
Good question. I'm not sure this now.
I mean,
Inquiry minds want to know.
I mean, hey, I can just go straight to the deplorables. Wade, he likes a good 70s look.
70 Earth Mama Muff.
He doesn't want to see the tree through the jungle.
Chicka wow wow.
It's machete time.
Let's see.
Now the real doll can do a real poop.
Oh yeah, those are magnetic faces, so you can actually buy multiple faces.
Plate not included.
All right.
The real doll. Oh my god. Jeez.
Now,
See, that would Joey. I'm sorry, that would freak me out because that is a new feature. Not a friend told me. Not that
the
I.
magnetic face.
Yeah, as they have you can order your doll with multiple faces. Now, if you're in the middle of doing it and the face flies off, wouldn't you feel like you were part of
wait a
Westworld
minute.
or
You need to
Future World?
back up the truck
Wait.
here, honey.
Yeah.
multiple faces.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of getting a set face, you can order them so you can take the. Joey, I'm sure will be happy to show you.
You can take them on and off.
Kind of just like when we were watching Westworld, and the face comes off, and you put a different face on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. These are the magnetic faces you can get. Michelle, Carmen.
I just started binge watching Westworld.
Oh, it's an awesome show.
Yeah. Can't wait for the new season.
Now, here's another one that I haven't
about
seen.
midway through season 2 right now.
They have
Vagina style.
Vaginas.
Removable. Hold on. Wait. Did you say removable vaginas?
Removable or
No,
permanent?
removable faces.
Removable.
In case you want to take it with you.
I mean,
I don't need to be seeing no pink shutters now. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. You got type A, B, C. Ooh, wow, those are...
They look all the same to me. A shutter is
Actually,
a shutter.
no, this one right here. If you look close enough, I think you can fly away with those lips.
Yeah, that one is the RB special.
oh my god. Oh.
Oh wait, here's the hair.
There there it is.
So you got no hair. You've got the Brazilian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now we got the Asians.
No, they don't.
And then
They
you
don't
got
have
the
the
full
wave.
bush.
Look at that.
No,
The
they
Brazilian,
don't have
the
the
medium
wave.
bush, the full bush, and no hair.
A shaved
go.
bush. A
Answer.
shaved bush is basically free.
Yeah.
And you're gonna spend $100 if you want a little
Brazilian.
grass in the outfield.
It's a Brazilian.
Yeah, but you know that last one there, that's the Minnesotan, right? Keep it warm.
Oh, wait, you can do custom fresh.
That's for the BMWs, the big main women.
That straight comes from Duluth Trading Post.
Hey, you can get some lube with it.
Oh,
too.
look at this! What do we got down here? Transgender converter.
Why would you need a converter?
You don't need him or a large penis with that. How awesome is that?
Why would you
What
get
the
your
hell?
doll sex change?
They are
everything.
They are selling basically a double dildo for $500.
Oh, it's great. I mean, some dumbass did it. Bought that.
Let's think about this. J-Dog. You could either have a double dildo transgender conversion for your real doll, or get a pistol.
That's right.
That's a toss-up.
Did it come with little plastic crabs?
What?
Snow pig? What the fuck is the snow pig, Cobra?
Oh my god, they have a nipple selection.
Oh yeah, puffy. They got puffy nipples.
And the color.
Custom color.
Oh my heavens. Okay.
Oh look, here you go. We got standard
even got
black,
black,
Oh,
brown,
wow, what's that?
and light brown.
Space shuttle nipples?
Yeah.
Light red, coffee.
Don't be racist.
Porky?
Don't be racist when it
Porky
comes to
one,
nipples.
Porky
They come in
two?
all colors of the rainbow.
Oh, it's
Stop.
turkey. Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen them that black before.
Yeah. Well, when they're that black, they're about to fall off.
So they did.
That's like gangrene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, J-Dog. I'll take the gun.
You can put makeup on them too. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, for like their face. Look, here the
Oh,
lips.
look at you can have lips and fingernails and oh my god, that is
Well,
just weird.
They don't have Tiffany blue though, Kristen.
Yeah.
And hair.
Ooh,
They have
it is
blue
nice.
though.
And hair colors.
There are people that are actually doing this and buying it.
Well, and the crazy thing is, you see the price when Joey scrolled down?
What are they, like
No.
$5,000?
And up.
$7,100 what he's at right now.
Oh my gosh.
With $1,124 in options already
Mhm.
selected.
And that
Damn,
double,
Joey.
yeah, that double-sided dong. That's an extra expensive option.
Oh my.
I don't even have words for that.
Joey's out here buying expensive nipples and stuff. Oh my freaking god.
Do other
Hey,
mouths
Joey,
come
what
open
did
like
that say? there was different stand options, and the one called the ex-wife. Oh, it just lays flat on her back with her legs in the air.
Oh,
See, now what you guys are actually
Videos
doing is
on there, too.
you guys are actually at one of our chats right now, where this is
Oh
what
my
would actually happen.
do they have strap-ons for Joey's pleasure?
All,
Nice.
all I'm gonna say is if anybody in the chat room is not happy with the show tonight, or if you're listening to this in podcast,
Don't.
we will reimburse you everything that you've paid so far.
That's right. But you never get your time back.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that we own. We own that.
Like Mr. Holster would be happy to tell you, right now you're at 2 hours and 11 minutes that you will never, ever
Never get back.
get back.
Oh man.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the videos all got pulled, but I remember one night we this goes all the way back to that one guy. I can't remember his name. That used to be in our group. Just kidding. And we were at the on YouTube, and they did a search for real dolls. Oh my God. If there isn't some kind of disturbance in the force on a few of these people that have put up, this one guy is sitting on a couch with his hand on each of his real dolls, and he's talking about the options and how, she's basically taking a pounding, but she's still holding up pretty good. And he dresses them daily.
God, this is like
He sets them at the table, and he has dinner with them.
Oh my God.
Hey, can you specify size, like height? Like, can you get a midget?
Asking for a friend, right? Asian Chaos.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
for a friend.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen that
for a
option,
friend.
but I think if you ask for the saw, they'll gladly, cut the leg off.
Maybe there's a specific website for just midget doll, real midget.
I don't see the option for little Vienna sausage fingers on the hands.
But how do you blow it up, Joey?
Now wait a minute. $7,000 and that thing's a blow up? Hold on. Hold on.
Oh no, they
No.
Oh no, they're plausible. They're fully plausible.
No, they're
They're solid.
Okay, I was gonna say, holy shit! For $7,000, you just bought a balloon? Are you shitting me?
yeah. You're basically getting like regular body weight. They're. Mhm.
It's just
Yeah,
like
you're
the
getting
autopilot.
130 pounds of silicone.
It's just
Yeah.
like the autopilot in airplane, Joey. You have to take care of it.
And the reason the vagina detaches is so you can stick it in a microwave.
You have to reflate.
Your vagina exits are here and here. What the hell?
Wait, there's more than one vagina exit?
I mean, unless you're
that's
in the
called the butthole.
necrophilia, then you can just fuck it cold.
Yeah, Poco Loco. That is the porn secret. You get a small enough chick, and you can make any guy look, Or a friend told me.
Wow, we went from talking about shitters to all kinds of sexual acts to real dolls and aliens.
See,
We've covered it all.
up into the real dolls, these fuckers were sick.
All the
Yeah.
way.
Forget midgets.
All
Oh
the way
yeah,
to
I'm
midgets.
sorry, Asian Chaos.
All
I
the way to
forgot midgets.
And midgets.
Don't leave the little people out.
We can't leave the
Huge.
little people out.
It's huge.
You know,
It's
you walk
huge.
right past them to begin with.
I was just trying to make the way for midget aliens.
Bringing it full circle.
Midget aliens with 70s bushes. And around
I
their
just got
skin.
a boner.
Oh
Boner
my!
popped.
Oh my
I want to
God!
see a picture of that.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Let's see
well,
if Google
Yeah,
has
I was just thinking the same thing. I got to see a picture of that.
it. Let's see if Google has that.
Hey Google, do you have a picture of a midget alien hooker?
From the 70s.
Yeah.
oh my God! I was just sitting
Did
here
they-
looking.
whoever
I
made
typed
this
in real
comment-
doll. I typed in real doll stuff, and it came up with this YouTube video real doll nipple and genital repair. Oh my god! Somebody did a video on that.
It's when you bite them too hard.
Yeah, but the real question is, are they getting monetized?
How do I know? Oh my god! There's a whole. There's a channel. Are you kidding me? There's a real doll channel.
Well, yeah.
Real doll repair.
Yeah, well, you got to show the product off somehow.
Oh,
Okay.
this is. Oh wait, there can't be this many videos. Are you kidding me?
They're part of
There's
the
a
YouTube
disturbance
makers
in the
group.
force.
Holy crap! That's a lot of. Oh wow! I did not realize there is this many sickos. Holy crap!
You haven't clicked on one of the videos yet either.
Oh my
You
god!
didn't realize that there were that many sickos? Have
Hey,
you not
Joey.
been paying attention to how
Yeah.
many liberals there are?
Oh my god!
Joey, just so you know,
Uh-oh.
Scott says 70s aliens have huge bushes and drive Grand Ams.
It's a good thing I'll drive a Grand Am. I drive a 4.3.5.
And Gunwild likes to point out that John just found a new channel to sub to.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, he already did. Don't worry. He got that on notify everything.
Yeah,
He
ring
clicked
the
the
bell.
He clicked the bell.
Ring the bell.
He
Oh
clicked
my
that bell and
God.
run away.
I can.
He's sitting there,
I'm
"Oh
in
my
shock
God,
at
these
how
people are
many.
sick," Meanwhile, he's looking and
I-
clicking the bell.
Literally, how many real doll channels there are. That's amazing. I just in amazement.
And Joey's got
just
most of
them
them.
all.
Yeah. At siliconesexydoll.com. What the? Real doll adventures.
A real doll documentary.
Real doll documentary.
Uh-oh. That's
Oh my
scary.
God.
Testing the real dolls.
Testing the
Testing-
real dolls.
testing the
Oh,
real
wait.
It's
doll.
only scary if you're.
They
the
have
doll.
a making of real dolls. A 3-minute video.
See, look
how
at
they're
them,
made.
Male real dolls.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on Discovery Channel and how they do that.
I don't want to search any of this shit. So.
So what do they do? Do they get like people to volunteer for this and say, "Hey, can we just cast your body and use it as a real?"
I use my stuff at work. I don't even want this to show up.
I'm just in
Good
shock.
grief.
I mean, I'm pages and pages and pages and pages deep into this right now. And it's not stopping at all. It's still going.
I know. Fucking half a gallon of Visine and we'll check on you on Sunday.
Who said it like you got? Fucker, you cannot
Just
believe
make
what
sure
I
you
found.
turn the show on.
Well,
Just don't
welcome
let
to the
John
Liz
on
Bowman show, but John's not here because he's checking out the real dolls. So we'll
I'm
see you
just
next
in
week.
shock. I'm just in shock. I can't
John
believe
called-
how many.
John calls real doll. It's like, okay, so could I put like $2,000 on my Visa card and $3,000 on my American Express and like maybe pay cash for the difference?
Do you guys take Bitcoin?
I hope it's got free shipping.
Free
Oh
shipping
my
and
God.
walk to your door.
Yeah, can you imagine
Cool.
how much that would cost in shipping though?
Cobra has advice for you, Johnny. You need a burner laptop.
Well, I have one. I just don't want it to even be on that.
Just
He
don't
just
get
hasn't
John
had the
over
burn.
onto the fleshlight site.
Oh,
Good night, bearded
I just
CD, my
cannot
friend.
believe
And
how-
you have a good weekend.
It's amazing how many YouTube. I'm in shock. I'm literally in shock. I don't think there's this many gun channels. Holy crap! I mean,
Not anymore.
you're just sitting there going, wait a minute. They don't let us have gun channels, but there's like 50,000 YouTube channels about real. I mean, oh my God, they're just like people sitting there smiling, going, "My life with a real
Fun.
doll." You're like, what the hell? That's a channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That's crazy. Okay, I gotta go now. Really, for real.
How many channels are there on fleshlights?
I wouldn't have a clue. I leave that to you, Jules.
You know, having channels for those aren't the scary part. It's the amount of views they get that's scary.
Oh, I didn't even bother looking at that. Oh my God, there's 5.2 million views.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? That
And
many
Mom-
people
I bet
wanted to
they're
know
monetized.
about Dave's strange addiction with his doll?
3.7.
I bet they're monetized.
Yeah, people love the freaks.
7.5 on testing the real doll.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
10 million views on how to clean your real doll's butthole.
It's odd how you went to that video. I haven't even seen that on my list yet.
Well, it's on his favorites list.
It's on
He's
his
got about
favorites
1 million
and his watch later.
Favorites, man. I have that. Yeah, exactly. I have that on the
It's
wall.
his
Look at
channel.
Is
Real
he
doll's
licking her
ass.
shitter? He's licking her shitter. Oh my god.
You're actually
Not
watching
enough.
it now?
Oh, my word. Are you watching a video, Christy?
No, it's the
No,
it's
no, these are
the screenshots.
Oh,
Okay. I was going to say, wow, you're taking it a little further than... I'm just looking at the channels going, oh, my God, I can't believe how many they are. Christine's down there going, is he licking her shitter?
I was going to start a new channel now. I call it Cobra.
Oh, my heavens.
Oh, there you go.
Real shitter
doll
burn
nipples
out.
and genital.
Oh, thank God they have that. Real doll nipples and genital repair.
Yeah.
Oh, my heavens. It is just...
That was only 5 days ago. There's only been 183 views on that. 24
Oh my
minutes
God.
to fix a vagina.
This chick has got a real man doll.
Real Doll's first sex robot took me to the uncanny valley. 3.7 million views. Are you freaking kidding me? Joe Rogan wants to buy a
A
real,
real doll burnout. There you go. A real doll burnout.
Burn
I
out.
smell. I smell rubber.
Real cock?
Yeah. Click on that one.
No. You do that with your browser. I'm not doing it with mine.
She might do it for you.
One guy has a haunted real doll. Performed voodoo at 3 a.m. 9.7 million views. Oh my God.
Maybe that's what we need to do to boost our Justin's Final Mission fundraiser.
Yeah, think about this.
Maybe we should give away a real doll.
Holy crap, we'd have the world show up according to these numbers. Oh, Jesus.
It could put it on. Yeah, it could put it on Snowflake Melter.
Oh, Jesus. Unboxing the WM155CM Barbie doll. What the hell?
Oh yeah, saw that one. Only 718,000 views of that
You know-
one.
That's it. I'm absolutely convinced that we're doomed as a species. There's
Yeah,
more people that would rather a freaking real doll than an AR-15.
that's right.
Hey, think about that, Eric. You put a real doll for about $7,000 on there, $100 a pop for a ticket, and sell, 200 lines.
Oh my god.
Some guy made a comparison of real dolls to fleshlights.
Then all you have to do is buy it when it's over. They can even customize it.
Oh my God.
Pick their options.
Here's one with a girl who has a real doll girl as a sex
And the
love
slogan
partner.
would be "fuck it."
Well, everybody likes the videos of modding out ARs. Maybe I could do a real doll mod out and change out the worn out flappy vagina for a nice tight one.
I don't want to hear this.
Well, we'll do your intro as still straight talk, but you'll just drop a real straight dildo on the thing. You'll say straight talk.
Instead of paint filling in the letters, you're paint filling in the nipples.
And then Christopher wants to know if anybody has a coupon code for the real doll.
Yeah,
Real doll has tactical
Yes.
meat flaps.
Tactical meat flaps. There you go.
Yeah, the coupon code is EBOMI 2020.
Yeah, alone with company. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
You won't be alone anymore.
You have fun.
he knows
Cornholes-
Ted. And he'll
Cornhole
get you in
swap
bed.
outs.
It's the
Bye-bye.
coupon code is no more flapping.
You know what I didn't say because you know who I'm thinking about. One word.
He's got.
Can't even rent them or lease them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can get you a good deal on a used one. Yeah.
What would it like?
Can you-
BMWs to get a 5-star rating?
Oh my god! Can you lease one? Oh my freaking god!
I want
There
to trade
is
this
no
one in.
hope for
What do you
this
got? That's
world.
new. Can I take it for a test drive real quick?
Okay.
Oh, see, if I was gay, it would definitely be.
Bye. I'm going. Have
Cobra
fun.
wants the deplorables to buy one and
Talking about
rotate
your
every month.
piss flaps. Good night.
Meat curtains.
Night, Chris.
Night.
Good night. Thanks for leading us down this rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, it's all her fault.
I don't really think this was a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
It was a hole, but I don't think it was
Yeah.
a rabbit hole.
It started as a shitter hole. Yeah.
I'm gonna go iron the meat curtains.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
That's right. She's off the vegan diet.
Oh. Jeez. Oh my god.
Oh, real Cobra burnout. True
Oh,
story.
my world.
I will change the name to protect the innocent.
Don't
Oh no! Don't tell. Oh, don't tell that. Oh, come on.
I'll change the name to protect the
Oh.
innocent. Nen. 22, Mr. Cowboys.
I love that. Oh, he's such a dick. Oh my god.
Wanted to send me a slightly used fleshlight.
I know you told me that. I
was like, what the fuck?
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, he told me to stop being a baby. He cleaned it.
Oh, God. God.
Oh,
That's just fucking horrible. Oh.
yeah, wait 10 seconds for everybody else to throw up.
Yeah. That one literally gives me that shudder across the top of the
Hey.
shoulders.
Hey, I
It's just
changed
hot.
all the information. It was Nen. 22 Mr. Cowgirls or
22, Mr. Cowgirl.
Yeah. B and N brew reviews.
Yeah.
No, I'm the E. It was.
Oh wait, sorry, that was N and E.
L and E, yeah, L and E brew reviews. That guy.
Well, I blew that one, didn't I? Brew
Literally.
review, too.
God damn it! You just gave it away. Fuck.
You dick.
Yep.
Now we know who has the flashlight.
That's like that spoofy thing where they're interviewing the person that's on witness protection, and like the janitor comes in and turns on the light to clean the room. Whoops.
The one I saw
Sorry.
that cracked me up was they were doing it. It looked real serious, and they had it blurred out, and the guy moved his head. It was blurred. The blur stayed there. He's sitting there like this, going, "Yeah, well, you know, oh, what?" The fucking blur stayed there, and he moved his head. Okay, that was awesome, guys. Wow, what a news crew.
Good
well.
job.
You know what they say? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Oh, I'm
Sometimes
telling
you don't. Some girls have mounds, some don't.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Okay.
We just got to get Paco Loco, and Jolson on the show. We'll leave and just let those two go at it.
Wait, Eric. So you never finished the story. Did you use it?
No, I told him not to send it.
Joey's like, you mean there was a perfectly good?
Could
could
you
have
send
sold
me?
that.
Could you send me Nen 22 Mr. Cowboy's address? See if he still has that laying around.
Number one, I mean, what would make a person go? You know what I should do? I'm just gonna ask him.
What possesses somebody to say
That's
that?
just a fucked up conversation. I can only imagine
did
your
not.
brain as you started going, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Seriously, he did not understand why I didn't want it sent here.
It was slightly used. You just didn't understand.
Yeah, he said he wiped it down good.
Oh my god.
With just a dry rag, right? A sock. He
I
wiped
rinsed
down with
it
his
out.
sock.
He wiped it off with a sock.
Had a little overspray, so I took care of it for you.
Sprayed it off with Lysol. What more do you want?
Yeah. I put some of that fancy disinfectant shit on it.
What I use for Breeze.
I went ahead and put some of that frog lube in it for you.
Make sure you get a nice little minty smell too.
Oh my god, you're gonna fucking kill me here.
Your bacon lube.
Yeah, you got your fucking flashlight in the oven, waiting for the frog lube.
What was that shit that came in
the
the?
lube comes out of it.
What was that shit
Oh
that
my
came in the
God,
tack
you
pack?
fucking
Bacon
asshole.
lube.
Oh my god. I just cleaned this whole place up once from spitting all over the place. Damn. Oh. Wow. It's a good thing I got that otter box for the phone because this was covered a minute ago.
You were practicing for your fleshlight.
Oh, Jesus. I just could not. I couldn't believe when he told me that story. I'm like, what the fuck? Who just comes to another person and goes, hey, you got a second? I was just wondering, did you want this?
Yeah, I just changed light bulbs in the house. Speaking of light bulbs, I got a slightly used flashlight.
How do you freaking lead? I'm just curious. How did he lead into that conversation?
Hey, how are you? Flashlight.
Yeah, I think seriously, it was like, yeah, the weather's pretty nice down here. I just reviewed this beer, and hey, I got a slightly used fleshlight. Do you want me to send it to you? What?
I was out in the bass boat yesterday, and I was kicking around and saw that, and went, hey, I'll just ask her if he wants that.
Oh, in case you're wondering, because you do get the options of mouth, ass, or vagina, it was a vagina.
Oh, my God.
Oh. I think Poco Loco says we could have used it for a snowflake raffle. I think that's what he's getting at.
No, I do not want to be the one who loads that up.
It's like, Jesus Christ, spraying it down with luminol, thing like lit up like a goddamn atomic bowling night.
Like I cleaned it with Ballistol. What else do you want?
Oh my god.
Cleaner, lubricant, and protectant.
Oh my heavens. Let's see, Cobra says replace the sock liner.
Loma Company? I have no fucking idea.
So you can forward all your flashlights to 818.
Yeah, he did have a very lovely young lady there I saw that was on his arm. I think they got a kid now too, right?
Oh yeah, they got a kid. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you might still have it if anyone's interested. I'll get you his number.
All those interested, dial 818.
Oh my god.
Hey, how you doing? You still got that fleshlight? I got a friend that's interested in it.
I'm asking for a friend.
Okay, this seems like a good place to call it a night.
Nightlight.
All right, I want to thank all you guys for. I want to thank all you guys for making me get a little puke in my mouth this evening.
So is that in one of the boxes?
Yeah.
got a surprise giveaway going on right now.
Mr. Holster just posted his video for 10,000 sub giveaway.
Really?
Yeah, earlier, about 2 hours ago or so. Of course, with his internet, he started uploading it at noon.
Oh.
Okay.
Just before you hit the button, Mr. Producer, there. So one of our project houses wasn't a woman that died. She simply got sick and tired of Minnesota. They dropped off one of those pods, and she took only what she could fill one pod, and I guess went to either Florida or Texas. The rest of the house, I'm not even kidding you, we have a pretty decent sized dump trailer. It would have taken at least 15 trailer trips to the dump to get rid of what was still in this house.
None of it was good?
They had an estate sale, and what was left over kind of went through and went, God, no. I mean, seriously, you would think would have been more good stuff left over.
Well, sometimes old things are good. There are newspapers that are fantastic. There are lots of old things that can be worth.
Yeah,
old fleshlights.
No, I'm thinking like tools and stuff like that. I mean, come on, you're a tool guy. I don't know if you're an antique tool guy, but you can find an old rusty, tiny little plane. It's actually a Stanley one, and it's only worth $2,000.
Yeah, it's not worth much. No.
Nope. Stanley one, $2,000.
It's just some silliness.
Yeah, no. Well, I did find that projector and the speaker and some reels, and I gave that to a friend of mine that collects cameras and that kind of era stuff. Wait, even had some extra bulbs and stuff, but
there you go.
Did you find the porn?
Nah.
It was just 4 snuffs. That's all.
Actually, we've been in single digits for the last couple of weeks, and we only stopped there to see how much cleaning had gotten done. Walked into the house, and it was like 20 degrees inside of the house.
Nice, everything's froze.
It's a fuel oil fired furnace, and supposedly the boss called a week ago to have it filled, and they hadn't showed up yet.
Wow. So you've got a good opportunity to have the heat get turned on and then find out at that moment, oh, so those pipes are all cool.
Yeah, you're going to replace all the piping in that house.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, we probably should have stopped there today after 24 hours of the heat being on, because that happened in another one of our projects.
Yep.
And
probably a little bit wet now.
Who knows how long that water was running. Here's the cool thing. It was spraying down the basement stairs right into the manhole.
Nice.
Yeah, you could not have planned that shit any better.
Now, up here in Maine, you'd be devastated. Even if there was no water damage, the bill could flip your brain. Water up here, and the worst is sewer. Because whatever your water is, every month they multiply it by 3, and that's your sewer. And they bill you once. They bill you once every 3 months. So, oof. Yeah,
That's why I have actually written letters and put it in with my bill, because I filled a 20-foot round swimming pool, and I was like, first of all, when you wonder why last month I used $20 worth of water, and this month I used $400 worth of water. Don't charge me for the sewer part of it, because this water did not come out the tap and go down the drain.
Here you have to have a separate meter for that, or they tell you they don't give a rat's ass. And they investigate that meter all the time. My buddy has one. He said they're worse to him because he has the second meter, because they want to make sure you don't have a hose running into your house. off of that second meter. I'm like, damn. He goes, oh yeah, they assume everybody's ripping them off when you're doing that. They
Is
want
that
to.
'cause, is that for farming, that kind of?
Yeah, it's because he has a garden, he has a pool, and then his kids, he lets them use those slip and slide things in the summertime as well. He has one of those big blow up things with a slip and slide on it, so he has to have a separate water meter. He said, but they're out there every month checking to make sure what's going on because they want to make sure there's no hose. People apparently will just take a hose off one of those meters, run it into the house, and fill toilets up with that. Put that, they'll attach that in somehow. Any way to try to get over. But I mean, those bills here are just crazy. They're nuts. I've actually had a bad water bill one month, and the second month it was a little on the rough side. Third month it was okay, but when I got the sewer bill was like $700. You're like, what the hell is that? That's not a bill you're used to. Wow, you're like, I'm just not used to it in that one. And yep, $700, and they want it paid. You have 3 months to pay it. Craziness these guys have, just absolutely crazy.
Blue shit. Okay, thank you everybody for being here. And again, Otis71, congratulations on getting the stainless steel #BeLikeEd lock backplate. And don't forget, you can go over to Millspin, and they have all sorts of cool goodies. But you might be able to find a plate that's a little bit cheaper that has something on it that you like. But maybe you want to personalize it. It doesn't have to be #BeLikeEd. You can put whatever the hell you want on it. Veteran-owned company. Appreciate everything done. Another big shout out to DRG Manufacturing. To Dave. It's also where our family member El Tenda works and tries to constantly keep them on track to understanding how us crazy YouTubers function. And those bolt carriers that they had on sale are awesome. But again, like I said, I bought two, planning on putting one into the A1 build to raise money for Jules, Ed's wife, and Dave, the owner of DRG Manufacturing, was like, "Dude, I want to help out," and sent a third one. So he did help out. So I got two in the arsenal for future builds. Thanks to those guys. And another cool little item that you'll see, unless of course you've already watched a real cool Burnout because he bought 4 of them. So, but we will see you guys next week. Thank you, Agent Chaos, for jumping in. Joey, as always, for being here. Johnny Watson, Jim, who's already gone. Jolson for jumping in at the end here, and John Solar for making this all happen. Love you guys. Appreciate every single one of you who's in the chat room now and who will listen in podcasts. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Is he playing the music?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, don't talk during this part.
This is the part where we're not supposed to talk. Joey.
Yeah, one time we like this, right?
And it's not like John gets paid for it anyway.
Right.
Then again, too, will we really
Get
even
the
live
fuck
tonight?
out of here.
Who knows?
No, we were
I don't think
Memorex.
so. No.
It's still butt stuff.